hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Yeah. Capstone.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew. Brow, bow, 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 bow.
Jake, turn off that fucking game. Okay, Mom? I've been going hard since playing my Sega. Stay in channel 3, don't touch my antenna. Got a sweet tooth for it like I'm twisted of metal. So don't turn on the game and that you play like a winner. I'm not fucking with you cats cause you're looking so feral. I'm Kong in this bitch and I'm tossing out barrels. And I was born for this shit like I'm married to Sharon. And I can see it in my future like I'm flipping up taros. Changing up the game, transforming Camaro. And all this paper boy got me flying off of the handles. So I'm thinking out the box, but I got me a Lego. Star power with the bars, now they calling it special. Like Minecraft, let's change the game. No hook on this thing like bang or rang. This a battlefield, better stay your aim. Yelling he's on fire, jamming NBA. It's my world like the Mario Brothers. I've been playing on these games locked in for the summer. Cause I've been going hard since Atari was bumping. Now it's my game, boy, I'ma cop me another. Better duck when I'm hunting, Shenron's been summoned. You don't want it, I've been training with a turtle that hermits. And every blast Mr. Roach got me building my strength. And every swing of the sword got me looking like Link. Let's go.
Sorry, did you say you were pumping Atari? That's a game system, hey listen, are we gonna play all these games at the party? While the people are drinking Bacardi. See the look on my face, I'm retarded. Man, I'm dumb and will say shit regardless. What you think I will pee on your garden? I'm a dork and I hope you ain't fucking offended. Man, I've been a rapper since I was pretending that I was a rapper, but I was just kidding. But actually, after that, man, I was spitting shit really. This isn't nonsense if it isn't silly. Man, what the dilly with chili from TLC? Man, I'll clean my whole ass with a seashell. Debo don't punch her, you know that's a female. I'm chilling watching Pocahontas. This weed, you know I'm smoking on it. You know I'm sick and about to vomit. To Dr. Dre to bring the chronic. Or call the cops, I think I've lost it. I'm on the coffin while I'm coughing. And I've exhausted all my options. But Jay Shaylin brought all the sauce.
Seasons, if this is the shit that you wanna hear, this is too easy. I might have a better year. Watch how the label go. Call say the devil said, but I'm a veteran. Been had my foot on the gas. I'm a 7, get better, more clever and solid with metal gear. I am the missing tip, but had you missing. See, there's a difference here. This is my house, all you niggas just living here. Those are my place, nigga. There's no Thanksgiving here. Listen, my niggas, no bitch in here. For my niggas, some niggas go disappear. Please do not miss you there. Oh, hey, your face on the shirt, and I promise it won't be too sentence to open your stomach like damage you giving birth. Really up, nice guy. Don't see the dice I roll. Ace play some of the life I chose for the mic guy. Roll to the bud I smoke. All you niggas really worry about what I've been told. You should worry about the nigga whose spot I stole. I'm so goddamn cold, got a heart that froze. You niggas really trashies, but I've been told. Fuck bitch, turf this, kick rocks, woke bitch from the dirt. I got rocks in my watch, don't trip. Got a bitch, don't talk bad, she just strip. I'm lit like. Funny how these niggas wanna be me. Thought they had the vision, but they couldn't see an AC. Now these niggas hate me. Funny how that works out. Never to the bank, why these bitches live their shirts up. When I flip my wrist, you would think I write a curse up. First off, let me show you niggas who the worst is. Worst be the best, pay respect. You might learn shit if you ain't from the bottle. You don't understand what hurt is. Bitch niggas lurking for certain. I don't close the kitchen, close the curtains. I'm working. Going at my own pace, emerging, a splurging. Fuck what y'all talking about, never heard on the low. I put that working for the dough, you niggas hating on the low. Or hikey, fucking with a slim thick chick, shit's exciting. The way she giving me head, I can feel it in my psyche. I'm the best at everything that they don't might be. If you take a look in his eyes, you'll be surprised that he's a little fucked in the mind, no peace inside. So I decide to pick a little bitty piece at a time. When we collide, we rise and we live in the sky, no peace of mind, but extra for a peace of mind. And what the fuck you niggas really did at this time? At least the king inside, no time to rewind, but it's by time I got decide to push.
Please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
I heard we got problem, nigga. What up? I ain't the toughest nigga in this bitch, but I nut up. We can do it from the shoulders, nigga. Run up. I ain't ducking, I ain't dodging. We squashing, nigga. Boogie bone talking out his neck like he done fucked around and hawked the loogie. Talking stupid like he got the coast to launch a nuke. I ain't gonna lie, I'm 5'9", this nigga 6'2", and built like Ric Flair. They call a nigga Big Woo. I'm old school, we can square up if they try you. Win to get your pride took, swing to get your eyes shut. And I'm a man, I stand on every L that I took. But Pro Tools can nod a nigga head with the right hook. We get to scrapping and I'm swinging like a kitchen cabinet. Hit him with the bottle of weed to even out the disadvantage. He swung, I ducking through an uppercut but didn't land it.
Happy Friday.
Would've knocked him to a different planet. But I'ma line a nigga up soon as I get the chance. With a 3-piece of biscuit and a Popeye's chicken sandwich.
Damn.
You got one time to stagger, you through. Put that gun down, get knocked out like your daddy used to, nigga. I heard we got problem, nigga. What up? I ain't the toughest nigga in this bitch, but I nut up. We can do it from the shoulders, nigga. Run up, I ain't ducking, I ain't dodging. We squashing, nigga. Pull up.
Man, I could just play that whole damn day.
Let me put my cape on. Yeah. Woo, yeah, try and tell me something ain't did nothing. Fuck nigga, where you at? Yeah, crabbing the barrels, we telling with levels. They pull you back down to their level, do better. I ain't so down for the come no letter. That money talk, fuck nigga, shut up. Try and tell me something ain't did nothing. Fuck nigga, where you at? Yeah, crabbing the barrels, we telling with levels. They pull you back down to their level, do better. I ain't so down for the come no letter. That money talk, fuck nigga, shut up. Try to tell me something, hey. Try to tell me something, hey.
I'm the only nigga you know that be blissing Balenciaga, Kuna Matata, and no one go hard on my mother. You know we got goons and dollars in the field with the chopper. We caught him slipping, put a shell in his eye, getting in love with money, moving bell in the project's fate. Nobody expect me to get it, them teed up. You know how I'm flexing your city. We be up, we flooded with Christy and Brittany. These addicts got me at the vertical limit. I used to believe in the swipe of a visa. Hey, none of the hop on these jets and I get to these back 100 rats for these features. These niggas like crabs in the bucket while me and me go fuck the baddest. It's nothing. We sharks out the water. Our diamonds is custom made. NASA just came back to earth just to let all you fuck niggas know that you fake. Made some mistakes in my life, but this currency somehow got me stuck in the race. Why in this high? I said, bitch, don't you read, cause your life could be gone in the blink of an eye. Know I'm the shit and that's 365. Norfolk, I'm holding it down for the sack.
Try and tell me something ain't did nothing. Fuck nigga, where you at? Yeah, crabbing the barrels, we telling with levels. They pull you back down to their level, do better. I ain't so down for the come no letter. That money talk, fuck nigga, shut up. Try to tell me something. Try to tell me something. Yeah, 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 yeah.
We're almost started. We got about 2 minutes till we officially start, man. You know what I'm saying? If you are an artist, producer, or band, or A&R label, whatever, if you want to send your artist into our show, all you got to do is send it to my email. That's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. All genres are accepted. And we read everything on a 1 to 10 scale. We'll, of course, let you guys know this as soon as we officially freaking start or whatnot. Again, we got about 2 minutes till we get there.
Fuck you, man.
I said we got 2 minutes.
How you gonna turn your back on me already? Yeah.
1 minute, 15 seconds.
When you backed out, stepped up when you backed down, yeah. And you gon' turn your back on me already. And you gon' turn your back on me already. And you's an ungrateful son of a ooh, don't get me started. Everything I did for you, and you so heartless, yeah, yeah. And you gon' turn your back on me already. And you gon' turn your back on me already. Turn your back on the real and burn the bridge with a real one. Real niggas gon' feel this, fake niggas gonna peel this, fuck niggas gon' make me kill them. How you gon' turn your back on me already? How you gon' turn your back on me already? Cross my heart, hope to die. Lay fuck niggas down to sleep. Paranoid, can't trust no nigga around me. I smoke a pound of weed. If you was the last man on earth to help me breathe again,
15 seconds
before I trust a fuck nigga again. I heard your back when you backed out, stepped up when you backed down, yeah. How you gon' turn your back on me already? How you gon' turn your back on me already? And you's an ungrateful.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Autobots, share the stream.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
Yeah. What up? Welcome back. Hold on, I gotta fix the... Welcome back. You already know what it is. I am your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka El Dorky Corbon, aka Doquiso 15, aka I got way too many damn AKAs and shit like that. I rap, I produce, I mix and master, and have been doing this show for 6 years, man. So again, if you are just now tapping in, if you have music or you make beats, you know, send it in. The only thing we don't accept are radio records, more considered things that are already on the radio. That includes if you're rapping to a beat from, I don't know, Drake, Kendrick, Jay-Z, DMX, freaking Nicki Minaj, SZA. Again, whoever you know that everybody else knows, try not to have anything to do with their records unless you are truly remaking the beat in some way, adding some drums, changing the speed, you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit better. But you know, we've been cut for a lot of different you know what I'm saying, things or whatnot. All platforms are accepted, so if you have Spotify, I mean, well, pretty much everything. So Spotify, MP3, Wave, SoundCloud, all of that is fine. Everything but Apple Music and Tidal. I don't have accounts with either. That's the only reason. But yeah, send y'all stuff in. Get to my email. That's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. It's completely free to submit to our show, and you can pay to skip the line if you do want to get played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion. All genres are accepted. Don't be shy. What is one other thing that I have? If you guys have any questions, you know what I'm saying, just literally let me know. We just gonna freaking rock out and vibe for the episode, man. My birthday is tomorrow, and yes, I will try to. I'll try to stream, you know, and hang out with y'all at some point in the day. So we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. All right, man. Let's go ahead and tap in. You know what I'm saying? Oh damn, hey, man, that's the fastest. As fast as I got to 1K. You know what I'm saying? But hold on. Let's go ahead and give him a clap. Hazy. For that, I will give you if you send in, I'll give you the first play of the day. We will see. What's up, AD, Jordan Dry? What's freaking popping, man? Been a minute, man. Listen, always good. I hadn't gone live for the past 2 days or whatnot, so if you guys were expecting me, my apologies or whatnot. Listen, had to clean, had to do some spring cleaning, you know what I'm saying? And it's cathartic. It's cathartic, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate that. Hold on, give me a second. Arizona's, man, or the Big East. I'm just also trying to hold on. Okay. No. Let's see, and then come over here. We'll do this simultaneously. Exclusive, welcome back. Welcome back, you know what I'm saying? And how y'all doing tonight, man? Listen, how y'all doing tonight? That is the question. So much is going on in the world today, but that's not what we are here to talk about, man. We're here to listen to y'all music. So let me get right into the emails. Which, again, everything just randomly restarted. Yeah, Gmail is the same. ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Thank you, Scudsworth. Let's call him Scudsworth. Dorksworth Penny Pickle. That sounds weird. Okay, hold on. I'm just loading the email. Shh, children, go to sleep. Right, and then go down so profile. Yeah, Hazy, did you send anything? Damn, you gotta you're going fast. You're going. Yeah, did you send something? Make sure that you send with your artist or producer name, whatever you show up in the chat. If that is your artist name, man, make sure you put that in the subject line right along with the title of whatever you might send, and we'll get you in. We're gonna go ahead and start in the free line with AD, and then we'll see what's up. Okay, hold on. Appreciate that. Yeah, I got you, man.
I got you, man. Mr. Boogie Wiggle, can you please?
Can you play? Let me stop. Go into the thing. People are like, can you play the damn lit? I'm trying, okay? I'm like all over the place right now. I always get like slightly rusty when I come back from not streaming for like 1 or 2 days. Let me see. What is? Oh, that's mine. I just need the charger. Got a little visualizer / music video from AD. Past tense.
Used to beg for love, now I breeze the shit down. I was never raised, always had to be real brave. In order to learn, getting happiness now. Never had trust, circle was a bad one.
Wait, what? Oh, hold on. He said, don't play this one. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, he said wrong one. But it's I was vibing, man. You can't just my brother. Alright, hold on. Let me check out. I think he said sorry. Okay, sorry that I made. What is it? You cry? Hold on. Let me throw the right one in, man. It's as if we didn't do enough and people are still waiting. That one was on you. That one was on you. All right. You heard like 15 seconds out of the last one, you know what I'm saying? If you only heard 15 seconds of this one, which of the two?
Self-reflecting really hard, and it took a fucking Zen bar. Need a couple bills to finally just notice what a piece of shit I am.
Start off a little late into it.
I took a damn Zen bar, trying to kill myself, damn dog, I am gone. I'm not speaking about the high, man, I am not. The person that I used to know, man, I am lost. I'm mad at myself, complaining about this fucking bitch who abused my ass a lot. What the fuck is this? I don't even got the right to be sad about it, because I did the same shit, though I love my chick. I let all of the dog shit hurt her cause I'm a pussy, can't stop it. I blame my trauma, the truth is that's not it. I'm just a piece of shit chained like a bondage to my body, wishing to free it. Everyone around hated me, I'm a demon. Do not give a reason to me because I can see it.
Like.
If my daughter dated me, then I wouldn't be breathing. I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, you don't deserve to cry. I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, you don't deserve to cry. When I'm up in pain, do I take an ounce of accountability? Doing things that is gonna hurt me, dog, I'ma do MJ and blame my trauma for my toxins, a stupid man. Choices that I know gonna hurt people willingly. I'm 21, thinking change a futility, and so I stopped trying to do it and stayed to the loft that I'm used to. I'm clueless. I don't got the answers. Was given chances to make a better life, man. I was dancing around my opportunities, cause my asset wanted love from y'all instead of my planting. Money trees from the checks.
How y'all feel about this one? 1 to 10 and y'all feedback is welcome.
I spent that on romancing. I won a contest for a song that I made.
What up,
I spent
ACX?
the cash on some coke, not on my passions. I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, you don't deserve to cry. I'm sorry, I'm a piece of shit. I'm sorry, you don't deserve to cry.
It is
Hey, Miss Angela, tell this girl I'm trying to bring her some clothes, man.
Hey, babe, he has a bag of clothes.
Yeah, bro, like, it's up to you to take it, man. And I was so mad at myself for getting my foster mom to drive up there and see me getting cheated on. But I'm a fucking prick, too.
Alright, Big Figure Salute. Little bit of a chill vibe, of course, when it comes to the production. I appreciate that you did add a little something to the chorus as opposed to just like letting it do its thing by itself. Because I feel like, you know, depending on the song, right? Most people would just like let the chorus, like, they'll let the chorus do its thing by itself, right? And then they'll go out and perform it and kind of like not know what to do while the chorus is playing, right? Like, do you sing along with it? Do you you know, kind of bring backup singers, you know, to the live performance, you know what I'm saying, or an actual, you know what I'm saying, singer to do it, or do you just like start drinking water? like what happens, right? Out of the two, but people didn't get to hear the fullness of the other one, right? You switched to something else. There does feel like there should be some kind of like pre-chorus or something like that when that, like I hear some kind of melodic vocal that should potentially be there at least at some point in the song that could allow things to you know, switch up. The other thing is, right, different people may want different vibes from you on something like this, right? Whether it's more energy, you know, switching up, you know, a flow or you know, speed and different things like that, maybe more aggression. It depends on each individual listener and what they want from you. You gave us, what was the overall full time? 3 minutes and 40, no, wait, I think that might be the last one. You gave us, yeah, 3 minutes and 37 seconds. I appreciate that. Many artists, when you guys send to the show, man, one thing that I appreciate is song length, right? I'm not one of those people who have gotten tired of a record because it's longer, right? I look at this like if it was a real, like if we took it serious as a job, right? And we got paid by not only the amount of work that we do, but the quality of work. We can't, like, if you do a 1 minute record, you know what I'm saying, 2 minutes, like, you should get paid less because you're trying to rush the hell out of there. It's no different than if you were to work a job and then do it part-time, right? Because you only work like maybe like 3 to 4, you know, hours or whatnot, and then you're out and you barely make an impact on, you know, the company that you work for, which if you are an artist, right, the company is your brand or the label that you may be signed to. For me personally, like I said, unless you're repetitive, boring, not really saying anything, not telling the story or anything like that, you know, I appreciate those who are willing to work, because you guys know a little something, man. Like certain people, you only get one chance, and then they'll never hear, you know, you again. You know, unless you really get your grind on and make sure that you're everywhere, so there's no way that people can miss you. But no bad, not bad. Let me see. HTX Youngster said, he said just sent 15 for the skip and clip. You know what I'm saying? Got you. J-Dub said, hey, no way. Hey, no way. I don't even see. Let me see the rip there too. Hold on. Actually, Xanax trying to be not amongst the living. Hold on. And then thank y'all. Let me see. Solid 8 from J-Dub. Jumping over here.
Thank you for the nice for you, my friend.
And you said beat carried the artist, Hazy has said. You know what I'm saying? 5.8 though, so there was still a little bit of potential in there. You know what I'm saying? From your POV. You know, and I'll tell you, if you were to do it live, right? If you were to do it live with a live band, that kind of tiny desk performance, like that's how any of you guys can really win people over. We love a good real performance, no backup vocals, just like you, a band playing every instrument live and, you know, giving us a real performance. And you will always feel dope about those situations too if you're ever able to have the opportunity, because there's just something infectious about like hearing the beat to one of your records, you know, come to life in a different way, and those people are there to support you and, you know, make sure that you can give a full performance or whatnot. You also have the freedom to change different aspects of the, you know, production, give certain, you know, band you know, members a solo if they're playing a little something. All right, let me jump back into the lineup real quick. We have before we get into the skipping clip, we have Chris Hayes, hold on. I said what the fuck freestyle. And this one for the tremendous likes that you got jubilated.
This is the story by the guy named Chris who makes beats. Don't believe me, homie, I made this. I'm on Twitch. What's the recipe for high grade clips? I like Sprite when I got that cherry limeade mix. I'm mighty morphin' like a tiny orphan or a whiny dork, so get behind me, Portland. With high endorphins, better hide your cordless as I slide this sword into your eye.
All right. What the fuck? Freestyle, let me see. Again, this is Chris Hayes.
In Hazy we trust.
Yeah, they crystal clear. Look at my diamonds, them bitches retarded. Yeah, flex on my ex bitch, I'm at the top. But shit, I be chillin' this shit like a villain and shit. I put diamonds all over my watch. I'm the king of the jungle, a nigga, let's rumble. If you know that you fake, get the fuck out my spot. I'm so sick of you niggas and bitch. Had to keep my diss. Call me Mr. Matumbo, get blocked. Chopper kick it like Mr. Miyagi. Aim at your noodle, medulla. Now his head off his body, a snake, Medusa. All I heard is that nigga thought he was moving in silence. Keep a 40 on me like it's D40. I'm finna clean him, I feel like I'm made and shit. Every time that I think about giving up, I'm here to tell myself that I was made for this. Anyway, let me get it back for the one time. Chopper with a drum, with a cannon. But this ain't no drum line. I need to find new punchline. But I just can't cause a nigga get tongue tied. Finna roll up smooth, let me double up. Zod strong than a bitch like an uppercut. Lil' codeine with it, give me bubble guts. But that's probably why niggas don't fuck with us. But it's all good, changing the melody. I'm a dog and you bitches is pedigree. If you're not on my side, then you dead to me. No, I'm not trying to hate, but I gotta play. And everything on it is heavenly. And I don't plan on leaving a legacy. But I do plan on doing this shit for a living. And giving my fans the best of me. And if this shit ain't proof that I'm really him, then you niggas be hating like Joe Budden. They be niggas like him in your comment section, saying shit like follow for so sudden. Or his flow is not up to date. Why does he sound like that? Or why the beat sound like that? Or this nigga garbage, why he get it down like that? Like ain't nobody rowdy's back. I got Lens, I got Zans, pop a bean in a Benz. Catch me swerving off that perky yerky, so high I can't land. Off for 30, feel like Stephen Curry. My eyes look like Japan. Fuck, I'm lost, I'm so fucking lost. I think I hit it in. You niggas be hating cause y'all cannot do what I do. Man, I don't got a clue what I'm saying. I'm having fun on the beat, going dumb on the beat. Freestyle off the top of the head, smoking that angel dust. Won't let a bitch
bitch nigga hang with us. Over here shit can get dangerous. If you wanna run up on me, go ahead run up on me. I'ma make sure that nigga brain will bust. I'm going ape shit on a bitch like I'm the type.
Gotta be careful with that punching in.
Knock a nigga out just like Mike Tyson. Bitch nigga go night night. Sleep, snooze. Me, I've been winning for so long. I low-key forgot how to lose. These niggas continue to sleep on me, but it's okay when you hear my voice hit snooze. I know I'm irrelevant, but when I'm relevant, remember I told you I can't lose. Cause this what I do. Yeah, this what I do. Hey.
There's a lot of bitches out there, your mama raised you telling me nothing. I'm just a guy on the
I didn't say anything. Where did he go though? I am taking a photo, you know. What the hell's Proto? Freaking, I don't know if he's a bozo. Freaking, sometimes. Stop, bro. All right, now. What do I want to say? What do I want to say? Overall, decent mix, you know what I'm saying? Feels professional. You had confidence on the record and, you know, within your style, so people will feel like you are an artist. People are like, what the hell does that mean? Like, what it means is, so there are those that are trying to be an artist, right? And you can tell, like, sometimes maybe they just started or they just haven't quite grasped that thing that makes you feel like, yo, are they out there? You know what I'm saying? If they're still in the trying to figure it out or experimenting with, you know, a whole bunch of different, you know, type of styles and not necessarily sounding natural, you know, it takes you a little bit out of the record. But if you have the confidence, if it feels like you know how you should, you know, approach a certain record, you know, the confidence is there. We can tell you awake. You're not boring. There's the repetition aspect, and you know, kind of not failing the beat. That's the other thing that I don't think people, you know, kind of respect enough, man. Like, look, some of us produce, and those of us who also produce and rap, understand that with our dopest beats, it takes a lot for us to be like, you know what, let me put this out there for other people instead of us hopping on it, right? So every time I hear an artist on a dope beat, I imagine if I made it, how would I feel about, you know, the artists that we're, you know, listening to in those lanes? And, you know, would I be honored that they did their thing? Or would it just be like a same old? Again, do you just listen once and then move the hell on and never, you know, really come back to it? Or do you co-promote, contact the artist and be like, hey, send me your vocals, we could do a remix, we could like, you want to have that kind of, you know, networking thing. My only criticism, to be honest, is the aspect of, you know, punching in, right? We are in this era right now where there are a lot of artists doing different things. Some freestyle, others, you know, kind of do the punch in thing. For the most part, like, he still rapped. It was dope. He had a good energy in there. But every time I hear a punch in, it always feels like, you know, it feels like the record is being put together a little bit like a puzzle, right? Because again, you have one piece, and then you stop, you think about the next piece, you put that down or whatnot, and then eventually it comes together when you listen to everything. But the one mistake I hear a lot of artists do when they do that are, you know, there'll be certain parts where they'll cut themselves off, right? So you're saying a certain line, and then before that line ends, you're already coming in with the next one. You have to plan, if you're gonna do that at all, plan for how you're gonna do that live, right? How are, you know, like, people don't, just know that people don't often like the backing vocals to be in the track. Like, they go to a live performance to watch you perform what they've heard live. Like, they want to see if you, oh man, I want to see Eminem do Rap God, or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to see if they have the skill to be able to do what they did on the record, right? So your two options are usually, okay, well, I'll mainly have, you know, what I'm doing, and any part where I cut myself off, you know, I'll be sure to just have the vocal there, or a hype man to, you know, take on that vocal. But if you are trying to go fully live and you're by yourself, you have no hype man, no backup, you know, maybe just the instrumental, like, it does create a little bit of a problem with some of those lines. Just always prepare, that's all I'm saying. And the other con sometimes is that because you're not, let me write the whole thing down and then memorize it. When you are, all right, let me think of this line, say it on the mic, and then you literally think line for line, and you're not memorizing it like that, because you're thinking about the next line next versus, all right, let me start right here, write it down, see how it sounds. All right, that's good. All right, let me see what the next line's gonna be. You know what I mean? And we do that, and then we'll start from the beginning again, and we keep going all the way until we hit that 16 or 24 bars, or like whatever we're trying to hit for each verse. And it helps you memorize it a little bit more, because you're constantly going, you know, back and forth trying to see, you know, how it's gonna feel, you know, sitting all the way through. You know, I love the technique. So what up? Oh, so yeesh, man. What do you say? He said, I believe that I'm the only one, you know, saying script line next. Yeah, you should be up next, and I'll see if there's any other skips coming up. He said, oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, again, I want you guys to be set up to win, and for people to feel like, you know, they're getting their money's worth, right? And usually when I hear artists with like a bunch of backing, like they'll rap to their whole track, not even really thinking, like it kind of reminds us of karaoke. And also, it doesn't really impress us. Yes, an artist that we may like is on stage, but that performance specifically isn't. You gotta have moments where you just like, hey, DJ, cut that, and you still rapping your shit, or the DJ tests you by dropping the beat and you still maintaining where you're supposed to be. Like, there's a whole bunch of this aspect that if you want to get into, or if you want to get to the top and kind of have that reputation, you know, for, you know, just being the dopest. It's like, those are all the things that we think about, right? Like, if we're judging artists and trying to build that top 10 or Mount Rushmore, we have to think about every criteria. Like, how do you do with a song, an album, the word structure, how dope are the bars that you're saying? Do you have a good cadence? Are you someone who shouldn't even rap to drums and is more of a you know what I'm saying, poetic lyricist kind of, you know what I'm saying, artist? With the melodic artists, you know, we look for the melodies, we look for the tones, we look for the, hopefully you not being monotone and being able to harmonize, have higher tones going up there in certain octaves. And I always tell artists to treat it like they are an R&B singer. Like, even if you're not considered in that genre, people still want to be able to hear that variation. Otherwise, you know, whole song kind of ends up boring. What up, brother B? Welcome back. Welcome back. All right, we got HTX coming up next. Let's go ahead and plop him up. Yeah, shout out to Hazy with that last one. Listen, he did his thing. Freaking overall. I want to acknowledge that, and you know, hopefully you got something for the future. I can give you one more. I can talk about this forever. That's why I can give you one more, which is, you know, ask yourself what would look more impressive. Like, if a group of your fans won a trip to come see you perform a new record that nobody has heard before, do you think it would be more impressive to watch you do things line for line, or for you to already know the record, to have practiced it, to have that professionalism, and then for them to see you, literally, you know, almost like performing the song and stuff like that. And imagine how far you can get within that, how dope the performance will be to people hearing it for the first time. You know what I'm saying? The one time I remember having that feeling was when Jay-Z, I think he did the whole, you know, Picasso thing where he rented out the space and just had people, you know, different celebrities, people he knew, come and watch him perform stuff on the album, and none of us had heard the stuff yet, so it was kind of an interesting concept, you know what I'm saying? And you know, even from artists like that, we love to hear the new. Let me stop so we can get into ACX, man. Like as I said, let me throw this in just so I can make sure that it doesn't have an ad. This one's called, oh, this is a live performance. Oh shit, let's see what you do. Hold on, let me, don't play, do not hit play, please hold as you. Oh, all right, let's go over here. Bruh. Okay, HTX Youngster. Oh my gosh, bro. I didn't even press play. Just trying to write the freaking thing. Youngster. Live performance. This one is on the YouTube. So make sure you go and follow. Right, there's that right there. And then hit the record button. And now
Nonsense will always be rapping these verses. Everyone told me get back in the circus. Everyone out doesn't rap with a purpose. This isn't real, man, I'm actually nervous. Aliens out here attacking the surface, shooting the schools and attacking the churches. Nothing we're doing is actually working. Look, Miley Cyrus is actually twerking. This is absurd and I'm always observing. I listen to words and I quick lift a turd and throw it in the dirt. And I sit on the curb and talk shit to a bird. I'm simply a nerdin'. Clearly I'm black, I'm not German, I'm urban. Movies I watched as a kid were disturbing. Gremlins and Goonies and then
In the land of the dead, or return of the dead. We're gone with the wind. Wait, what's wrong with my head?
You already know what it is, man. We are now watching a potential live performance and or music video from HTX Youngster. This is called Cali. Let's see what's up. Break this in the chat.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce myself. I go by the name of HTX Youngster. Might fuck up the club when we touch down in Cali. Only fast words when we go hit the valley. So many hoes, I can't keep a tally. HTX Youngster, our things pass. Might fuck up your city when we go hit up Cali. Dogs really violent, we really be rowdy. This is my year, yeah, this my finale. Might fuck up your town when we go hit up Cali. Might fuck up your city when we go hit your state.
You do know I'm in Cali.
When it's way past late. Yeah, bad bitches only is my only taste. Swear going broke can be all such a waste. But falling in luck can be all such a fate. Got too many rats, can't fit on my waist. All them boys do is copy and paste. But someone like me, yeah, stay on the chase. And I fuck up the club when we touch down in Cali. Only fast roads when we go hit the valley. So many hoes, I can't keep a tally. HTX Youngster, I replace town. I fuck up your city when we go hit up Cali. Girls really violent, we really be rowdy. This is my year, yeah, this my finale. I fuck up your town when we go hit up Cali. Remember those days I was broke with no hoes. Now I'm all up and my life is so woke. Yeah, rich as fuck, baby, I got them notes. My diamonds all white like a brick of some coke. Got rims out the whip that really do post. 84 swing, no, these ain't no spokes. I'm rolling up shit that do make fuck that. Swear being down, that shit is a no. I'm messing up liquor, that shit made me cold. I'm mixing up codeine, that shit look like mud. Rockstar bitch, that shit in my blood. Got water on me, but they talking flood. You ain't talking money, then I ain't talking none. I fuck up the club when we touch down the Cali. Only fast west when we go hit the valley. So many hoes, I can't keep a tally. Youngster, I rip things proudly. My fuck up your city when we go hit up Cali. Dogs really violent, we really be around. That's my year, that's my finale. My fuck up your town when we go hit up Cali. My fuck up the club when we touch down in Cali. Only fast food when we go hit the valley. Too many hoes, I can't keep a tally. XDS youngster, I rip things proudly. My fuck up your city when we go hit up Cali. Dogs really violent, we really be rowdy. That's my year, that's my finale. My fuck up your town when we go hit up Cali.
About the vibes. People don't know what the hell to do to disguise and speak of shit, but I'm always like looking up in the sky like I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. What I'm about to tell y'all. What did you think about that song, ladies and gentlemen? Y'all thought I was going. That guy was finna sing right there, huh? All right. So, first and foremost, let me bring the background music back. So I appreciate this one from you. To be honest, this might be the best one in all, aspects. Like, you have had professional, videos and stuff, but this one matches up. Like, there's a little bit of confidence, what I'm saying there. The quality of the vid is professional. You seem to be actually performing the song, which is again what we like. We just, as I said before, as I literally just said, we have the hope that you can actually perform what you do on the record live without the backing track. If I gotta hear the whole, everything that you just did on both the record and you just doing it over that, I feel like, you're doing yourself a disservice. If anything, a show disc is kind of fine, right? That's when you add any potential ad libs or, the important parts of a record, the quotable, lines and different things like that. That again, whatever you would want your hype man to say with you is what you would want to have in a show disc version of your song, right? You don't want him to do everything, right? Because that would be annoying. If I'm rapping my shit and then they're rapping the shit and then people who haven't heard you, they have no idea who's the real artist because both of y'all doing it at the same time. Like, listen, go and watch. If anything, Busta Rhymes and Spliff Star are, the example of like, how a true hype man and an artist can be so in sync. And I always say, like, Busta Rhymes could like have to go to the bathroom and Spliff will be able to continue every single word. If he takes a little bit too long and he got to continue with the whole set list, like, that's how good he is. Criticism will come from the aspect that there is some repetition in there, right? And you know me, I know you know my. We always say that repetition is a certain aspect that doesn't necessarily impress for some people because you go in kind of the same area with something. If it's a flow or a melody, there will be that aspect of us that want to hear you approach this beat in many different ways. Because I know if Chris Brown were to hop on it, if lead singer of Maroon 5, like whatever, whoever you want to throw on there, SZA, Chris, Justin, I know I'm mentioning the R&B singers, but I'm saying, right? Doesn't matter who it is, they're all gonna approach it differently because they hear what the melody of the beat is doing, what the tempo of the drums, and I think every one artist's goal should be to beat everybody else to the punch, right? You want to think about the many ways that another artist would attack it, and another, and then take take it on. You know what I'm saying? Every 2 to 4 bars or something like that, try to throw a different style, you know, within there that still works to the context of the song, still sounds natural to you. You know what it is. It's the moment when we can tell you feel the beat in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? The Kendrick Control, you know, verse. You know what I mean? Like you could just tell he felt that so much. He just started going in on everybody, not only on the song, but who wasn't on the song. Like, and we ate that shit, man. Like it was just dope to see artists, you know, just go in and you know, be inspired. And everybody hit that up differently, but for some reason, we can only remember Kendrick's verse. You know what I mean? Anyways, big freaking salute. Appreciate you on this. What was the time as well? Oh, you have an acoustic guitar as well, right? Man, y'all know what it is, man. See, these are the records that are going to be perfect for live performances, especially, right? If you know how to play guitar yourself and you go in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, get in there, play it. Literally just do your song. I 100% would love to hear that version. You know what I'm saying? Slow it down a little bit, maybe. And you know, no drums needed, just an acoustic guitar, and you doing like a slightly different version of your record. You guys should be doing that anyways, though. Like, you know, take example from the greats of the past. A few things that they will do over the years, right? Like maybe 5-10 years past, greatest hits, remastered versions of albums. They do all of that. They do live, you know, professionally live recordings, you know what I'm saying, in Madison Square Garden, you know what I'm saying, just different events so that people can, if they weren't able to hit your concerts up, you know, you can see or hear what it's like. And believe it or not, that does kind of sell more tickets because people get to hear the experience. Now if you get that visually as well, you know, you got everything. Let me see. Are you in the free line? Now we are in the skip line. This is a skip and clip, so you know you guys are gonna be a part of this when I post it. You know, so if there's anything you guys want to say in the chat, you know, like this is your chance. You know what I'm saying? You finna be a celebrity when your mama don't know she can shove to me. He said, if you get a chance to perform your song live with a backing track, it can be affected and stuff like that. But ad-libs, chorus only. Okay? What I've seen, this is with my own eyes, okay? What I've seen and why I haven't been impressed, you know, as much with artists who go on stage. Like, they could have all the energy in the world performing the record, right? And if I hear the vocals on the record, if it's like the whole record, I always feel like it's a little bit of a cop-out because they'll stop rapping at some point, right? Let the record, you know, play. Maybe do a little bit of a dance or something like that. Forgetting that we are here for the experience. We don't want to feel like we're at a, you know, kind of karaoke event and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's why, like, again, if you've watched any Tiny Desk performance, it is 100 million times better, sometimes even than the records. That the records are still freaking dope, but when you see, like, oh shit, T-Pain can actually sing, he didn't need auto-tune, and he can play piano, and like, you know what I mean? That was the first time we you know, saw and realized that. There was also like, we had Juvenile, we had Scarface, even Kevin Hart at some point, when it just got like everybody doing the freaking Tiny Desk. Let me just, you know, there's just something about it because you have live music, right? You have the actual people playing the instruments, and you're getting an experience that you know, I think can only benefit you in the long run, right? Because it's intimate. People can hear your words a lot more clear. When we're at an actual concert and there's a lot of people, you know, it can be, you know, a little bit harder to hear to an extent, right? You got a lot of people on the side of you yelling, most likely singing the song if they know it. Let me get out and back into the free line, and then we'll jump back into the skip line if we do have one. Hold on.
Excuse me, I skip.
What you say? I get live TV masters, you know, for every release, you know what I'm saying? Chorus ad-libs only. Yep. So I guess I'll come in early tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Catch you ready, you know what I'm saying? Gonna crash. Can't keep my eyes open. Hey, listen, my bro. Okay? I understand you more than you know, okay? I have been up. Probably got like 1 hour of sleep for the last 2 nights. And like, man, I'm gonna have a really good sleep tonight. I just know that, man. 100% we are going to sleep I don't know what time I'm gonna freaking wake up. I just know. Well, it's gonna be my birthday as well. What? Let me get back into the thing. What do you say? So after this should be the free line. Yes, it should. Read out the children.
We the mob. No, you ain't getting no sleep, and you better go and lay down, homie. Hey, you like little peep? Cause I hope you know how to count, homie. You wanna have a dream and go to the circus? Well, you better be a clown, homie. This the reason I ain't getting no sleep, and this is how I put it down, homie. No, you ain't getting no.
Anyways, big finger salute. Let's go. I forgot I had that button right there. Nope, you were getting no sleep. So you better go and lay down, homie. Wait, did you want me to sleep or did you not, man? Like, what is he saying, right? I mean, it was me, so. All right, let me start that. We shall upload in a few days. Or should that be tomorrow? We will see. We will see. Listen, put a skipping clip in today. I will edit and post it tomorrow on my birthday. Every single one of them, okay? We'll see and we'll test it out. I will give you my words. And now I'm going to have to do it. Let's see who we got next. Okay, go back. Jay, you are up.
Mr. J, you're up.
Okay, there you go, and
even when I know you're just an old news, I still find a way to think about you. Don't know what you're doing all alone. So tell me,
it's J-Dub. What up, Carolina? Appreciate these. What up, Chuck? K Whales. Okay, bro, what happened?
It's so drowning in silence, my thoughts scream every night. Smile, bitch, at thin pain, hide another light. Hands steady shake, but fear holds me tight. Counting my failures, they echo back in night. Sleep feels heavy, dragging my spirit down. Memories hold me, I'm destined to drown. Voices inside me, they never back down. Lost in a cycle, no peace to be found. Tears keep falling, I can't take anymore. Shadows surround me, I'm locked in a war. Heart bleeds empty, hurting me to my core. There's been a prison, I can't find the door. Hope burns out fast, it's always the same. Every mistake carves another deep name. Love feels distant, a cold fleeting flame. Nothing feels real, just echoes of shame. I beg the silence to grant me a need, but answers don't come, just sorrow I feed. I scream at the walls, they never
we have a few
concede.
skips.
Even my prayers feel hollow indeed. Nights feel endless, I'm always alone, carrying the weight carved into the bone. Voices remind me I'll never atone. Searching for comfort in places unknown. Tears keep falling, I can't take anymore. Shadows surround me, I'm locked in a war. Heart bleeds empty, hurting me to my core. There's been to prison, I can't find the door. Stories unfinished with no way to mend. Pages keep turning, but none of them bend. Life feels heavy, it's hard to pretend. This song's my truth, sung straight to the end. Tears keep falling, I can't take anymore. Shadows surrounding me, I'm locked in a war. Heart bleeds empty, hurting me to my core. This pain's a prison, I can't find the door.
Big salute. All right, so what I was saying in terms of what happened, right, is I always end up going back to some of the early records that we have from some of you guys, right? For him, I feel like we got to watch him grow a little bit, because the first few records, like, the tones were always like way off. It would feel often freestyled and stuff like that. And this one does have a small amount of that, within there. But in the beginning, right, that's where I heard the like, he knows the melodies that he should be doing or whatnot, right? Nothing felt like it was off key or cringy and shit like that. I was like, see, that's like, if you're gonna have auto-tune at all on your vocals, right, like, it's there for you to be able to kind of curve around like that. I do feel like, yeah, the tones in the verses can use a little bit more guidance, but like, whatever you did at the beginning, listen to that version of yourself, and imagine other artists doing a cover of your song, right? Whether it be Tank, Chris Brown, Mariah Carey, SZA, like, whoever you want to throw in there, imagine them, their voice, every word, every note, and just kind of think about it like that. It's another reason why, like, I mean, honestly, it must be hard for certain artists to write a melody, right? If you don't have the ability to record yourself within a certain moment or whatnot, trying to remember what a melody is going to be when you get home, if you're not able to record yourself, I can get how that can be kind of daunting or whatnot. But I think with practice it'll always work out a little bit more. Also, there are many artists who will punch in and piece together their record, right? We just talked about that a little bit freaking earlier today as well. But we still want to we still want to know that you have the ability to fully perform the song. I feel like it would have a little bit more pull. You also know, like, for certain rappers and whatnot, right, you may use a lot of energy, a lot of words. There'll be parts where you kind of keep a certain thing going for a good amount of time. And if one of those situations are punched in, right, a little bit of cheating, in that way, but you don't even know if you could perform it live, right? If you're tasked with it, at what point do you run out of breath? If some people will punch in right when they've stopped the last word, right? That's just as bad as the the kind of cutting yourself off type of situation. And just in my opinion or whatnot, because you don't think about that breath control and stuff. But yeah, let me go ahead and see what is up. Let me see, am I on the list? Baby tally, you know what I'm saying? Should be if you sent to my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
Don Caban, what's up? All right, so we have a 3-song back-to-back. First, let's see, with PF Charles. Hold on, let me go ahead and activate this skill. Okay, go ahead.
Searching for the master sword. You guys are really bad at spitting rhymes, and you ain't real and have no skills, and so I mastered yours. I could have been killed running past a horde of zombies when I crashed the card and smashed it, blasted 4 magic dwarves, and man, you know how all these bastards are. I'm like Aladdin when he traps Jabbar inside a lamp for acting hard when all he had to do was spit a rap or just beatbox to go distract the guards. I got 100 rupees planted on my MasterCard. Don't make me chase a chicken, take it, make it, take a listen to my new mixtape and mention it to other raven pigeons. I'll take a sword and stick it into any dude who's out there pillaging and raping women. Don't make me make you come up missing, cause that ain't the mission. I used to date this fat girl who I brought home one time, but then she up and ate the kitchen. I used to feel safer on cops until somehow we all became the victim. Now let me try and paint the vision.
Ladies and gentlemen, what the freaking fool? Okay, here we go. Hey yo, excuse me, a lot of freaking people don't know what the heck to do if like they popped up in a movie. Alright, give me a segundo. I gotta press the other button. Well, hold on, we'll do that in a moment. Let me just throw these things in so we can start it. So the first one is the 3-song back-to-back or whatnot. Now, I mean, like, listen, we'll just talk about it as we go. I'll see what you did, and then you know.
Seesaw is just like a metaphor for when we were in love. You know, we were synced up. I'm teetering between leaving it completely and looking crazy, baby, pulling up this evening and playing Casio by Jungle on the boombox. Can we talk, Katrina? I'll say anything. I'm thinking about every moment that we lost and horrified at the thought of us moving on. We should have been moving in, but it's been so long since we said so long. Can we reset the song? I'm teetering. I'm teetering. I'm teetering. I'm teetering. I'm teetering, but you got off the seesaw. Saw the grass was greener at the swings. You got off, I walked over to the monkey bars, hanging out, go and do your thing. It got dark, I had to walk home lonely. Hurt my heart, I really thought you was the homie. I got lost, you not finna search for me. I walked back to the park till morning. I stay put at the park till morning. At the seesaw.
At the seesaw. You go sit there freaking all night like hee-haw. I mean yee-haw.
I was just chilling in the corner. Every time freaking at you, it gotta.
I got it right to that. Let me see. So first and foremost, man, would you jump? It is short. We'll talk about that. So you were saying that I think, you know, from what it sounds like, you got on there, you know what I'm saying, as the artist, and then in terms of like the production, had an AI kind of, you know, situation that you may have sampled and then made a, you know, beat out of. I feel like there is some creativity there that my mind, you know, will accept a little bit. People know me, man. I am not really a fan of AI when it comes to music, mainly when it is the entire aspect, right? When you haven't produced anything, you aren't the vocals, and it's just the whole thing is AI or whatnot. Because I feel like it's sometimes a tease, right? When we can't shake that artist's hand, when we can't watch an interview or a real live performance with them, you know, you only get half of, you know, the aspect, and then you wonder where the record itself comes from. You know what I'm saying? Is it in its mind an original, you know, creation? Or again, when we think about the aspect of it analyzing already made, you know, music and taking some inspiration, you know, from there, you know, we just want to see the work. We want to see the work in the same way where your teacher gives you you know, homework and classwork. What do they always freaking say? What do they always say? You got to show your work. Otherwise, it's just like you using a calculator or the internet, you know what I'm saying? Or AI, essentially, right? To get the answer. And if you do that, you don't learn. You don't upgrade. You don't gain that new ability because you didn't take time to actually learn to rap, learn to sing, learn to write for yourself, learn to produce, or to work with the right real people that create a dope experience. Like, as an artist, you only get like one chance at this and one life throughout. Create those memories, right? If you do everything by yourself and then go, oh, I'm not gonna get this other person, I'm just gonna use AI. When you make that decision, you know, you sort of disable the ability to upgrade in a way. But like I said, if it's that situation where, like, you know, you're the artist, you kind of got it to sing something, then you sampled it, you know, there's something there that I, you know, respect, as long as there's real work done. All right, ABC, that you're gonna be mad at the next the next two, then so it's the whole thing. Listen, we'll but how much work did you do? That's all I want to know, right? Was it just like, I have an idea for a song, you know, and then you just type it in and then it spits the whole song, beat, artist, everything out like that? Or did you, I feel like lyrics can go a certain way as well. If you have full lyrics that you add in there, like, again, there's at least some amount of work. But how do we release an AI artist? How do we monetize, you know what I'm saying, off it in a fair way? My mind just has never computed, you know, that. And it always equates to like how devastated any of us would be if you found out one of your favorite artists that you did plan to go see live is an AI and they aren't, you know, real. And, you know, you almost feel like, who should I thank? I like the beat also on the last one. He said, I wrote and did the beats. Not bad. Let's see what it did.
I just bought a Hellcat, crank it on you pussy niggas. I just wanna tell that I ain't gonna be no arguing. I was in your hood, 3 p.m. Got a DM from your BM. I bought a brand new Hellcat, getting money overseas, no sales tax. Loud in the wood, ho, I know you smell that. Loud in the wood, ho, I know you smell that. I just bought a Hellcat, crank it on you pussy niggas. I just wanna tell that I ain't gonna be no arguing. I was in your hood, 3 p.m. Got a DM from your BM. I bought a brand new Hellcat, getting money overseas, no sales tax. Loud in the wood, ho, I know you smell that. Loud in the wood, ho, I know you smell that. I just bought a brand new Benz, Hopped out, then I got back in. Yeah, I got the heli and I got options. I was in your hood and your bitch hopped in. She a drop top, how them titties popped out. This is not convertible, she give me soft top. You can get the keys, can you please get the whip wash? Put a little turtle wax, whip look, lip gloss. I'ma take the heli to the hood on Sunday. Dirty nigga with the wop Ross and gunplay. Dirty nigga with the wop Rose, Gucci. Tens roll down, better duck. Shooting, duck season. Niggas can't let it go. Chuck squeezing, buck 30 on the dash. Chuck speeding. Pull up in the heli and I leave a whole speechless. Put up to the telly in the heli, I'm Hellboy. Training day your bitch and I ain't Denzel, boy. You the type to pay a bitch, cash app, Zell, boy. Pull up in the Hellcat, getting cattail, boy. Looking like I hit the lottery, Uncle Elroy. Hitting licks, flipping chicken, niggas sticking to the mission. Didn't have a pot to piss in. Picture me up in the whip and then I didn't know assist. All court vision, passing out dime like I trapped in the 90s. Got your bitch on the passenger side of my ride. No, I clap, but these hoes get behind me. Got your bitch on the passenger side of my ride. No, I clap, but these hoes get behind me. Got your bitch on the passenger side of my ride. No, I clap, but these hoes get behind me.
Man, that's switch
but these hoes get behind me. Hey, I just bought a Hellcat. Crank it on you pussy niggas. I just wanna tell that I ain't gonna be no arguing. I was in your hood. 3 p.m. Got a DM from your BM. I bought a brand new Hellcat.
I gotta see that.
Money overseas, no sales tax. Loud in the wood, ho, I know you smell that. Loud in the wood, ho, I know you smell that. I just bought a Hellcat. Crank it on you pussy niggas. I just wanna tell that I ain't gonna be no arguing. I was in your hood. 3 p.m. Got a DM from your BM. I bought a brand new Hellcat. Getting money overseas, no sales tax. Loud in the wood, ho, I know you smell that. Loud in the wood, ho, I know you smell that.
Hey. I ain't even gonna follow that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Big salute. Stop it. My mind is conflicted. Right? Cause that was a nice overall performance, right? The energy was there, the flow, like it feels like a hit record, right? That should be out there. Flows, melodies, everything was on point. There wasn't a repetitive, aspect to it. And y'all know that, like, I talk about that a lot because I do feel very passionate about, certain aspects. And if you're doing the same thing the entire song, no switch up, little melodies, but that are like two tones, you know what I'm saying, and monotone. Like there are certain things that just will get, boring with that extension. But like, I'm almost curious on like how long it could have been, if allowed to take it to, I don't know, 10, 20. I did hear like a 30 minute like cipher or something like that once. And I always think about like, man, what if it was an artist who like just straight up, rapped through one record, you know what I'm saying? Would they be able to maintain and keep someone's, attention within the situation? Yes, it's freaking dope, but right, that's is me going into it knowing that it's AI, does take a little bit of the element of surprise, I suppose, out of it. And I do want to know where my mind would be if I didn't know that it was AI. And that's, again, that is the situation that I am kind of equally scared of, because you don't want eventually to, like, again, if you want to work with an artist and shit like that, and then they're not real, and then what happens, right? Even if you end up doing a feature with it, it doesn't do the interview, right? Like we got to figure out those kind of situations or whatnot where I don't know, man. I'm always gonna be like half and half with it or whatnot. I can see the talent. There, but I also would rather the talent be on a real person or whatnot. If you do a record that's dope enough to hit, you know, like Grammys and shit like that, it can't just simply be like you love when it's Babyface wrote for Mariah Carey or Toni Braxton or Madonna and then wins an award for that shit, right? Like you love when there's human connections in that writing and that song, you know. And with everything, we don't want anybody, any artist, any producer, writers, we don't want anyone to get lazy or to miss out on those future experiences as an artist, right? When we didn't have the ease of everything we do today, right? Most people did have to go to the studio. You had to have that live, you know, in the booth, you know, experience, get the quality vocals. And that honestly was the first thing to really start getting people to obsess about like, yo, I really want to do this now. Once you hear your voice professional and coming through, you know, clear, and then it does something to you. And then when you eventually start working with artists and you see how you can feed off of those, you know, styles and energies, and then you, just like a video game, you upgrade, have different abilities. You either learn how to do beats, you know, yourself, or you know, the writer's block comes less and less. You just know what beats to rap to. It's not a thing where we're trying to cut people out, because the collaboration process is there. When I hear a trumpet or saxophone on someone's record or a guitar, you know, I want to mentally think that that's a real person, you know, playing it. Somebody else got in, maybe sampled it, and, you know, is paying homage to them like that. I know I do that all the freaking time. If I'm sampling a record, I don't just like sampling anything. I want to be like, yo, check this song out by this other artist, but also I like it so much I want to hop on it, so I'm gonna chop it up, you know, so I can rap and it'll fit my style, but also show love to the artist. And I think that is importante, man. It's a good conversation, though. See, I'm not gonna be critical tonight.
I know your mama.
Yeah. Hey. I candy, I die about her. She's so food, I diet on her. Swear to God, swear for God, when I get on. I candy, I die about her. She's so food, I diet on her. When I get up,
seems like you can't not like
shorty
it.
Sweet, summer shandy, star patch on the cheek for the acne. Only want a baller, want an athlete. Had to level up my rank, red candy. Capital P, the F2. White beat, a little gold and a sweatsuit. Something slight, get you right, you can flex too. Better not go green when I text you. I candy, I die about her. She's so food, I diet on her. Swear to God, swear for God, when I get on. I candy, I die about her. She's so food, I diet on her.
Yeah,
when I get on.
Okay. See, what I want to ask is, this is why we want to see. We want to see every aspect of, you know, the process of what you do. In the same way where, like, if Jay-Z is you know, recording a new song, if Lil Wayne, anybody, watching them in the booth, like literally, you know, compiling, coming up with the song, watching a band do the same thing, like, it's a part of the experience. You want to see that. So if we're going to support any aspect of, you know, AI, we do want to know how much work and creativity went into something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's beats and then and the lyrics, right? does it completely come up with the melodies, or is that something that you also think of? You know what I'm saying? In other aspects, like you can sing and use your voice, but then manipulate your voice to sound like somebody else as well. Which again, if there's some work in there, a little bit of a tropical island vibe kind of situation. That throws a little bit more into it.
Shawty sweet, summer shandy, star patch on the cheek for the acne. Only want a baller, want an athlete. Had to level up my rank, red candy. Capital P, the F2. White beat a little gold and a sweatsuit. Sun's like get you right, you can flex too. Better not go green when I text her.
I candy, I die about her. She's so food, I diet on her. Swear to God, swear for God, when I get on, I candy, I die about her. She's so food, I diet on her. When I get on, when I get on
this shit. I don't know what the hell's happening, but this is all I'm about to get in there. Yeah. I'm about to do it like, listen, I'm about to go and eat some pasta, stupid, and y'all got to do shit. All of y'all know that.
Please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
Wow. So I think you understand where I'm coming from, right? Essentially, it's really about finding that talent from a person and knowing that, like, again, if somebody likes this record, if they said, yo, hey, I'm gonna be out in your area, stop by the studio, help me write a new song, it's like, what we care about is, are you gonna have the ability in a different situation, if AI is removed, to come up with that actual song, right? If somebody is like, yo, write one for me, but they don't want you to use, AI in any way, they just want you to be in the studio and to vibe off of it, as if they are AI, right? But they're a real person, and you are coaching them and sort of like where to go with the melodies, what words you should use if they're trying to get somewhere with it. But you know what I mean, like, that work is going to be important. And anybody who has a problem with AI, it's really those situations where there's too much simplicity with what is going on. You know what I'm saying? Just simply an idea. There was an idea with Six Avengers. That's all, folks. I need to have the You said answer. I can sing. I'm re-recording tomorrow, my bro. I don't even know how I feel about that, because I still fuck with it, bro. But it'll be interesting to see the contrast now, right? So do that, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, what you could do is a version, right? Re-record the whole thing still whatnot, but then do a sort of mid, and not mid in this the way what we say it today, but do a mid version, a middle version, where you sort of, all right, let me take first verse in this way, and then the AI take, the next verse in the other way, so to get that contrast of, how you do it. But yeah, everything sounded decent overall. Between those two, I don't know which one to choose if there was a choice to be made, but Good job.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, knowing I'm a Nazi, probably in his uniform.
We should be back in the free line.
Homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a
back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. And some days I sit and wish I was a... Man, that's a classic. That is a classic. You wonder why we haven't got another one or a sequel to the... Artists need to know how important certain things are. At this point, like, is a whole nother back in the day for him. You know what I'm saying? At this point, let me get into the lane. Let me see. And the Shadow OG Punk for... beat. Let's see what's up. Hold on. Let's go ahead and throw. Come on, come on. Come on. All right. It's an intro. Yeah. This the beat. It's a song I don't even like. Wanna tell your chick that I'm about to like walk up to her to kiss her feet. Listen, I don't even know why, but I'm about to switch to geek. From freaking Dorky. All of y'all know that, like, if I'ma eat some pizza, it won't be with a freaking fork, man. I'm over here, like, freaking randomly rapping, like, people are in the chat and they wondering what just happened. Listen, I'ma, like, go somewhere, get a rabbit in. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, bite it and then go stab it in. What the hell is going on in my brain and shit, man? I also, like, some days just hope it rains and shit, but... Okay, what's happening now? What's really what is this section here? Okay. All right. I get lost some of its flair. Feel like it lost some of its flair. Like if you get you gon' freaking lost some of your hair. I don't know where the heck to go, and sometimes I just wanna be able to eat every taco in Mexico. But that's so perfect that so better, but that's you over. You know what? You can't tell me that there's nobody who has any respect for yo. He said, "What's indie music again?" Because I don't think mine counts as it. Indie music is anything that's not on the radio, right? So as long as you don't send us Drake, Kendrick, SZA, Mariah Carey, Michael Jackson, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Nirvana, like, you know what I mean? Like, all the artists that we know, you know, potentially grew up on, that's already out there. If you know them and we know them, you most likely can't send that. Includes production, you know, if you rap on the beat and you don't change anything. A little bit of a rest there. If I was only on TikTok, I could, because they're a little bit less than. What'd you just let the... Where did you go? I feel like you forgot to... Nah, you gotta add way more, man. Listen. We'll give you a courtesy clap. But I feel like, you know, coming at it with only a bass line and then not really throwing too much in there. Not a bit, you know what I mean? Like, it just, everything is like low end, so people on certain platforms may not even, you know, hear what those tones, you know, are. And I feel like it's missing, you know, a synth or a piano or, you know, acoustic guitar or something like that. So, you know, one thing that you could potentially do is simply put it out on something like TikTok and ask people to kind of duet with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, add your best whatever to this. You know what I mean? You'll find some people who will just rap, but you'll also find guitarists, piano, saxophone, all that. And you want to find the best of the best in those aspects. You know what I'm saying? What can I mean, mainly at first really pay attention to the elements that people add that are like instruments and stuff like that, because I feel like the artist should want to rap on the complete version when everything is, you know, kind of compiled together as an actual beat and stuff. But yeah, do a little bit more. We should be back in the free line in just a moment. If you are new to the show,
be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
And it's getting played at the pool party tomorrow. Best believe and shit like that, man. Listen, make it happen. And make it happen. All right, let's go back into the line again. Let me see. We Ain't Scared Ho remix, Project Pat type beat. Another, listen, 2 producers in a row. Let's see. Yes, producers, you can send in your beats. We do need to have like a producer-centric episode, though. We need to, I don't know if we want to do a beat battle or I was gonna say a beat off. That does not sound right. A fundraiser kind of thing for producers to, you know, work with the right artists who are actually interested in it, and like having, you know, a cohesive price that matches, you know what I mean? Like, listen. But it's Project Pat though. Hold on. You made it seem like it was a beat. We cannot play industry artists to a certain extent or whatnot. What I will do, hold on. Let me start at, right? Let me start at. So for anything that is industry centric, right, we'll give you guys a solution. You know, those I can do offline as like standalone, you know, kind of posts and stuff, right? I feel it works better for those type of artists as those videos or whatnot. There are certain people who do want to see reactions to some of the bigger artist stuff. Even if you're doing a remix, I mean, I've done it before, and you know, I tried to upload one of the remixes I did, mashing up, like, I think it was Eminem, Freeway, and Master P or some shit, and like it got taken down. Like IG wouldn't even let me upload it, you know what I mean? TikTok would probably, you know what I'm saying, accept it. I never even thought about that until right now. Depends on the platform though. Yes, but get in there. I was hoping that was gonna be a beat almost like that, but it's all we should be back in the free line right now. Dan Caban, let's go ahead with Kicking Up Dust. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Kicking up dust. I'm a born sinner, still living in lust. Yeah, step to the left and step to the right. We gon' yeehaw boogie for the rest of the night. I'm on boots on the ground.
Appreciate that.
Kicking up dust. I'm a born sinner, still living in lust. Yeah, step to the left and step to the right. We gon' yeehaw boogie for the rest of the night. With the bass, country twang in the trunk. Ranch on dusty, ain't rained in the month. Anybody got a problem, and we bring in the funk. Best to keep walking, boy, this ain't what you want. Don't start none, won't be none. That's a fair stance. I just wanna shake a little to the fiddle and the banjo. Gotta move your hips up and down like a seesaw. Before you start the boogie, gotta hit it with a yeehaw. Boots on the ground, kicking up dust. I'm a born sinner, still living in lust. Yeah, step to the left and step to the right. We gon' yeehaw boogie for the rest of the night. Come on, boots on the ground, kicking up dust. I'm a born sinner, still living in lust. Yeah, step to the left and step to the right. We gon' yeehaw boogie for the rest of the night. Come on, boots on the ground, kicking up dust. I'm a born sinner, still living in lust. Yeah, step to the left and step to the right. We gon' yeehaw boogie for the rest of the night. Come on, boots on the ground, kicking up dust. I'm a born sinner, still living in lust. Yeah, step to the left and step to the right. We gon' yeehaw boogie.
Roger, if you can cut it. I'm having half. Cause look, at first I was like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? There's a certain aspect to it that felt like it was kind of corny. But I was thinking about the beat itself. Like the beat, it's one of those things that I would take your acapella and then build a new beat, around it. It felt too, I mean, like, for lack of a better word, man, the melody in the beat is a little bit corny, right? There definitely could be, different tones, utilize different melodies. Again, no shade. Performance would be completely okay, with that. Other than that, like, it grew on me over time, you know what I'm saying, where I just started, like I can see the comedic, value in, some of your songs. So that this is felt like something you could do. Hold on, let me get in there. Come on. Put the puzzle together. Put the freaking puzzle. A lot of freaking files. If you have a freaking fog, you need a freaking muzzle. That yeehaw, man. But here's my other opinion, right? You already know we talked about like live performances and performing with a real band. There could be some respect given there. And then there's you getting a country singer on it with you, for them to add background vocals as well as adding something to the chorus or whatnot. Like, that is what is going to continue to solidify the genre a little bit more for people, right? It is the one genre that, for whatever reason, we've had people just over the years, almost disrespectfully but respectfully saying, they liked every genre, but country or whatnot. But yet, if you were to throw on, any number of country records from those that have been on, Billboard and everything, like there's it's full of talent. Everybody can sing if they're in that lane. And I mean, again, like I'm probably one of the few people that understood the hate when Lil Nas X, kind of popped up and did his thing, because he wasn't necessarily like that. The Old Town Road isn't one of those. It's not something that feels like a traditional country song. It feels like he's doing a cover of a country song that was, fairly simple, but using modern elements, just simple trap, kind of beat or whatnot. And he needed Billy Ray just to really solidify and get people to be like, what I'm saying, if he co-signs. But like, I didn't fall for it. I still feel like that song was way too simple and could be a little bit better. Why would you even talking about that? Big salute though, John Cabot. And listen, he actually sent, records that I like and have made. So I'm always simply judging by, what I've heard. If I know that you're able to hit a certain record with a level of fun or talent or have good beat selection, You know, this is one where if people stay in a little bit, you know, it may also grow on them. And you know what I'm saying? Hold up. Let me freaking go up. Everybody knows that your mama eating throw up. Let me see, where is the email so we can go back in. Again, it's 9:48. We still rocking. Making good time. Let me see, BandLab submission. Please, mister. All right. This one is Obsessive with Comeback Demo.
Yeah. The Lord's always here.
Mommy, did you eat a piece of cheese?
I just want you to ask, say, Lord, can I take these sins? It's all on how you act. I take control of it. Oh, I see both sides. There was always more to risk. Take my hand tonight, and all I will do is choose to forgive. Choose to forgive. Choose to forgive like my father did. But I say this, Lord, where you at? All this horror on our tracks.
Nice.
Are you saying goodbye tonight? Oh, where you at? Come back. All we see is death and desperation. All we are is full of hibernation. When it's all about creating patience, then we will find out how to face it. But I say this, oh Lord, where you at? All this horror
I appreciate you taking time with us.
saying goodbye tonight? Oh, where you at? Oh, come back. Oh, where you at? Oh, come back. Oh, where you
That night, they fell in love, and there was nothing else that they wanted more than to embrace blah 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 blah.
It feels like a CW kind of record.
One Tree Hill, Sundays at 3 o'clock.
I said you could put all the Arrowverse shows in like a montage, cause they ended all those shows. You say it's goodbye. I don't know if I will tell you about all your mama. Oh, yeah. Like, but I'm ripping it. You don't even know like what you are even listening to, man. I'ma rip this shit up like I don't even think I would even do it. And people be like, Dorky, don't do it, homie, you stupid. All right, let me go over here and hit this button that makes me clap. Well, not me, but... Honestly, I don't mind the time. 3 minutes and 45 seconds. You already know me. You already know me. I appreciate. I look at this as a job, right? You know what I mean? Like if I could induct a music president kind of situation, man. We talk about this all the time because I really feel like it should be a thing, right? Like when it comes to music, you know, the decisions that are made on like what becomes popular or what people should do as a standard. I feel like there should be a kind of thing where like if you do certain things, you get a bonus push from, you know, just the industry, from whatever it might be, right? And what I mean is, again, if we could induct a music president kind of situation or whatnot, and whether you want it for each genre specifically or all artists, you know, and cover, like one of the things that I would have done, you know, this is all theoretical because they don't have this sort of freaking thing, at least right now. But again, I would pay artists more for the more work that you actually do, right? So if you spend more time on your record, you make it worth getting in there and listening to, you have good energy, it feels like you are really trying and not rushing out of your records, why wouldn't you get more for that? If you bring people who can play instruments into the session, right? That's another bonus for you and them, right? Where literally you can sort of tack on like, okay, so if I bring this in, and then like again, I feel like if artists knew that the more that they had, you know, if they're successful at it, this is the thing, you cannot just simply do anything just to extend your record and all of a sudden, you know, you get that thing. It has to literally feel like you did the work, because at some point artists stop really doing that. They stop trying to impress everyone when, like, y'all don't understand, man. We had an embarrassment of riches when it came to artists. Like, there wasn't anyone that people thought were, you know, really whack at a certain point. You know, every genre and every artist felt like they deserved to have the record deals that they did. And then eventually, again, that really, you know, fell by the wayside to a certain extent. We still have our Kendrick and Drakes, and Joyner Lucas may pop up, you know, every once in a while, a Norman Sands, a Coast Contra. But in terms of what some things that the industry let through at certain points, it didn't make sense. I always was like, why would people even pay that artist, you know, attention or whatnot? And you guys know, I don't even have to say names, man. You guys know some of those artists where you ask yourself, how did they become popular? And then in the back of your head, you know, there are certain aspects where you go, yeah, I suppose, but like the talent isn't there. The bars aren't there. I've never went and said, quote unquote, this artist, you know, a bar just like walking down the street or something like that. So yeah, all yep. Yeah, Eminem is M. Like, listen, we can have conversations about M all day or whatnot, and I find it crazy that we're in an era where like people are like, M is just a polarizing conversation, because there are some people who don't even put them in their top, and then others who put them first every time, right? I feel like, you know, since he's came out, I had been a fan or whatnot. I literally was in this same house. Okay, this is how dope it was. I was in this same house and heard Brain Damage on the radio. It was like back in it. I'm again really think about that aspect and like what type of music, you know, was out there and how different that song was. You know, in general, like it just took over something in my brain. I didn't know what race he was at all. It's just like, yo, he's telling a story. He's being animated. You can picture it in your head, and it's different. Like, man, he has a unique voice. Like, you didn't know, you know, what you were listening to yet. Then I think everybody's kind of revealed maybe either had been Hi, my name is, or like just don't give a fuck. One of those two, right? And then when you then realize, you know, what race he is, it's even doper because like, man, like he's funny. He has, you know, a style that works. And then his pen game, right? His pen game, willingness to use, you know, references and kind of give us a little, you know, something. I think again, some people will say they can't, you know, relate, but I think that's what made him dope. The fact that most of his first couple of disses were like, you know, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, NSYNC, Backstreet Boy, like, you know, he went after like pop bands and stuff, but it's because he was sharing the spots essentially with these artists, right? When it came to like total TRL, right, on MTV and being on the countdowns and you know, it was always like that's what his competition was, you know, for the most part. Not Jay-Z, not Busta Rhymes, and you know, they loved and embraced them just as much or whatnot. I still think him and Redman need another record. Why have they taken so long?
Don't really care what you think about me. Don't really
You said
what you think about me.
the Woo was crazy, you know what I'm saying? What's this style? Wu-Tang. Shout out to freaking I got stories about everything, man. So Triumph was the first song that I learned and used as a basis to learn how to rap. When I didn't know, like when I first was like, I want to do this. Hold on. When I first was like, you know, I want to do this, I just wrote some shit down and like handed it to my my cousin. It was like, how's that? You know what I mean? And he's like, no, that's... Basically he said it was ass before that was a thing that people could say. But also I didn't rap it to him, man. Again, I literally was so just, you know, recently born into like, I want to do this music shit. I didn't know how many different aspects of it. Again, I don't know why it didn't cross my mind, but after that I was like, all right, let me learn how to, you know, just like rap on a record, you know, what beats I should use, what style do I want to have, but also studying structures, man. Wu-Tang had a good number of members, right? They were one of the first like groups that big, and to be able to study the different styles, I think it, you know, like, man, if I was teaching a class, I would kind of recommend that. I would recommend, like, if you're really looking at getting into this music shit, like, listen to, you know, records from Wu-Tang. Listen to what's the freaking Wu-Tang Forever, like, cause that was the one. I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I'll be dropping these mockeries. Listen, man, it's crazy how like meth became more popular, but like everyone gives Inspector Deck his props, man. Like his verse on that is probably the main one that people know and will go to first. Obviously it's the first on the song, but you know, for him to be, you know, first, it meant something, right? And then even ODB didn't even rap on the song, right? He's like the mascot in between, because there's no like chorus and shit like that. So, you know, and that's one thing that I would usually complain about, like, man, you need a chorus and shit like that. But no, the main stage is like, look at how many members we got. Yup, y'all remember us with, you know, Cream, and we back. You know, the video was crazy as hell. They just had so many things, you know, going on that was dope. As the world turned, that spread like germs. Something with the pestilence. The hard-headed never learn. The smoke pot. Think twice, I think not. Raekwon. Yeah. We can go over this forever. So, man, just play some Woo. Listen, I'm on no platform, so I can't do that yet. Shoot, man, I'll do a reaction to Wu-Tang Forever. Cause I want to go back. I need to go back. I need to go listen to some old school Wu, 3 6 Mafia, No Limit, Rough Riders, Dipset, man. We can go through the whole thing or whatnot. Again, I really, I gotta teach a class. Because these are the assignments I would give you guys would just be, listen to this, go check out this album, give me your assessment, basically your review, your reaction of, what were the best songs, you know what I'm saying, and what do you gain, from these styles. There's things you can learn just as a humble artist that's willing to not think you're the only artist in the world, or when it comes to wondering what style you should use when you are trying to do this, right? And we have a lot of artists who are considered clones. Look at all the artists from the 90s up a little bit from 2000 and some, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had, even when they were in groups or camps, they had completely original artists. No two artists sounded alike, because, like, why would they sign two artists who sound alike, right? That went for the entire industry. We had Rockefeller, you know what I'm saying, No Limit, Death Row, and then when Aftermath, sort of did their thing, So Def, Bone Thugs and everybody under them, and Bad Boy, everybody. You know the voices when you hear them for a reason, because that originality mattered, that you sort of representing your neck of the woods, but also you as a person as well. That's another thing. Where is everybody from in the chat? Let us know where you guys are from. What are you representing? Because it is important. It is important, right? When M got big, he kind of put Detroit a little bit more, on the map or whatnot. It just gives it that respect, and people end up kind of wanting to pay attention to more artists, in your neck of the woods when, you are consistent and you do enough to, become a little bit more successful. Wyoming, that's what's up. That what's up. It's a code red danger. Like your neighborhood Spider-Man. Hey, man. Give me a segundo. Let me see. Rich Unk GG's. Watch your step, kid. I'ma laugh at this as a beat. Yo, I guess it is. There's a lot of times you send me messages. I'm gonna shoot but don't know what my weapon is. I'm ammunition, or did I just step in it? Listen, I want to tell you that when I go across the whole street, freaking I am smoking, I'm a Rasta, and people don't know what the hell to do, but freaking you cool when you over there like rapping when you eating pasta. All of the times when I was over here ripping it up, I don't know what is happening, but girls be like, fuck guys, and I don't know if I can even look. I'm like, fuck eyes, and there's a lot of times where you like, cause like if they don't make you feel better, you either gonna be able to get fake money or some real cheddar. I'm randomly freaking rapping and wondering what's happening, cause it's lots of shit. Then half of these things really got to quit, cause it's too much. Made me feel like I was rapping to the beat at the same time that I threw up screw lunch, cause I don't want that to freaking come up and people be like, Dorky, bro, man, you're a dumb fuck. Let me just tell you the question. I will never tell you that blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Big salute. West Coast. K-Rail, what up? Alright, so big salute on that production. You know, right there, like honestly, it feels like something epic, right? If you get, I don't know, like there are so many artists in the industry, I feel like would hit that, but equally, I feel like we're equal opportunists or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Like there was a time where you would make beats and you would slot them away specifically for the actual artist or whatnot. So I'd put it in a folder for Busta Rhymes or something like that. Then eventually, I think what that situation upgraded to for a lot of people was like type beats, because you know, maybe they were never able to get in contact with that artist and they felt they didn't want it to go to waste, so they would, you know, start putting it out. And to a certain extent, it depends on what happens. It catches on. You know, if people are really, you know, feeling it. But the type beat situation is always going to be, you know, a little bit tricky. So create a tag if possible. There are two things: a tag or put your freaking self on your beats. I feel like that's something that artists forget about, man. Don't front like you never heard Swiss Beats or Pharrell or Timberland or, you know, saying Dre. There are times where they will get on the chorus and add some ad-libs, you know, here and there. If you're a part of the brand, I feel like that is the best way to market yourself and, you know, get people to recognize the face behind the music. You know, so do that. He said, man, I'm in the cut. Like, listen, dog. Let me see what's up. We are in the free line right now. I don't know how far you are. If you come later into the show, the answer will most likely be yes. But then you have to know how many hours we've been live for. We've been live for 2 hours and 7 minutes. All right, can we jump back in the lineup?
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
All right, hold on. Let me put question marks right here. We should do something if we happen to receive a certain amount of beats per episode. I don't know what. Hold on, I'm trying to get back in that line. All right, no. Did I get this? Hold on. Yes. Okay, Rex Exclusive, you are next. You sent Evil. Thank y'all for your patience as we roll through. Okay. Man.
Dog. Now it's time to release this necessary evil. 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 Now it's time to release this necessary evil. I don't wanna trip and everybody knows, but inside of me a darkness eagerly grows. Psychosomatically I'm leaving these rivers of roho, but I'm actually only letting these sickening flows go deep into your brain, penetrating your ear holes. So the demons in the way, there's no way you can fear those. To them it is enticing to see what you fear most, but I'm thriving off the dark and that's where the fear goes. Time to release this necessary evil. I'm swinging this axe towards the very same people. They got my love backwards, sitting in their fecal. Matter of fact, I don't even need an axe. I can rip you in half with this rage that I have. Putting pens to the pad using my bare hands. I'm taking a recipe they gave us, adding in a ninja flavor with some substance they can save it, then I'm giving it back. and you claiming that it's right when you can't even do that. So once the virus starts to slap you right in the face, it'll be leaving the path. A bitch has no taste, having motherfuckers fighting their ass.
You do a little bit of what I always recommend on our just rap. Rap, get on the record, rap, make it catchy, make it cool, just rap.
Okay, I heard that. Yeah. It's time to release this. This is every evil.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Now you wanna learn this evil? Let me teach you. Try thinking through the bullshit that you've been through. How the dark clouds always tend to seek you. Feeling like the world is crumbling, nobody would need you. But don't let these thoughts overcome and defeat you. Calculate each move, cause the reason why you're feeling what is seeping through the speakers isn't cause you think I'm preaching. Cause the fact of the matter is that was me too. So the way you think is twisted, that's what we use to regain perspective. Take a breath in, step back and be smooth. And when life hands you lemons, make them beef stew. I'm just hoping that these words reach who it needs to be for doing something drastic in life, no redos. But don't let me tell it because it can be shown from the way that I spell it. This song's an anadrome for what needs to reach you. Love.
I don't know what I be do. There's a lot of big time where everybody be like, man, you so skinny, like, do you even eat food? I know that. Sometimes I don't want to dig a cold hat. People be like, bro, man, you so black also. I don't know what to do, but you know what? Y'all go freaking doggo, but the doggo, but the blah 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 blah. Listen, that's a fun one.
Back up in the ocean. There's a lot of time when like people don't even know shit. About to freaking tell y'all I'm about to go in the ocean. So black, probably always like need some lotion. Don't know. Listen, that beat, you know, interesting. Yet simple. It is very minimal, and so like what it does, yet slightly effective. Your energy, right? There's this part of me that wants to see this live and also kind of with a different energy, but there's a vibe there, right? Just needs that polish, you know, mix wise, and then like a video that sort of, you know, matches with the energy that we're seeing, right? Like I hear the video would be you like either like hiding under the bed by something, right? Obviously we'll find out in the video, like whatever it is and stuff like that, and like it's a crazy scenario, and then it pans down to you under the bed. You look to the left, you know, and basically start rapping to the camera, and it just any situation where you would have to, you know, kind of be a little bit more quiet, right? That would work for the aspect of like the energy that we're, you know, hearing. And you know, like something like that would be double would not. You said, can I throw the can with advice? Can I throw the can with it? What is that? What is the can with advice? What is the can with advice? What is the can with advice? What is the can with it? Yeah, what are you talking about, man? What are you talking about? Can we jump back in the line, y'all? Hold on. I don't want to close that because what if it's wrong? Ladies and gentlemen,
let's see where we are at. Okay, and again, I appreciate y'all patience as we go through, trying to make sure that we get everything underway. We are live via TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch. Let's go ahead and see if, trying to make sure I haven't already played yours. 2 hours till my birthday. I will also stream tomorrow as well at some point or whatnot, you know. Tap in, make sure you guys are followed. Hold on, what? I'm trying to figure out which one. So this is Sweet Lies by Wax. I mean,
I love you, Poppy.
You the Casamata head. I said I was done with the pills, was lying to myself. I just took a trip to ease my mind just a little. Begging for a minute, put my binds in the split. On this road to redemption, even soldiers need help. And I run for love, I can't fake it. It probably was real, but I ain't know how to take it. I ain't fucked up by no loss, it's just a crazy situation. The foe was so daily, now y'all can't stand to see each other's faces. Been filled with hatred, but it's love, either way it go. But I'm a hustle, get this money, that's all I know. Cut the fun, I sacrifice and hit the studio. I know the price of better life is what I'm rooting for. Gamble hard, roll the dice, what you shooting for? When it drops on all the prices, we gon' shoot them all. None of these bliss ain't got no license, we're looting up. Fuck where you from, how you come, how you give it up. I'm out to struggle, so anything is beautiful. I had felt so many times, I was steady hustling. Tryna hustle up or down, no problem, steady coming. My patience steady running. I said I was done with the pills, was lying to myself. I just took a trip to ease my mind just a little. Begging for a minute, put my binds in the split. On this road to redemption, even soldiers need help. And I run for love, I can't fake it. It probably was real, but I ain't know how to take it. I ain't fucked up by no loss, it's just a crazy situation. The foe is so daily, now y'all can't stand to see each other's faces.
You can stand to see each other's faces. A lot of time when I didn't know what they had to do. Everybody wanna tell me that I'm cool, but if I take the Chelino freaking gave this a freaking trash can, and he didn't really take it to the bed. Alright, what y'all think about that? Give me your thoughts. Hey, I like the visuals, blue and red, with a hint of white. Good palette, you know, in terms of the visuals, right? It almost seems like a because they could have kind of. There are places where you can go where they have different images or rooms that look different, so you can like use it for your music videos, and then there are times where you bring the music video to you, so you'll just bring like some portable LED lights or, you know, something like that, and, you know, make sure that you light up the situation well, and then coordinate color wise, and you know, kind of have the visuals and filters matching up. Those things will bring it to a different level or whatnot. Now the song itself, right, pretty decent mix or whatnot. Sounds like something that we have potentially heard from a certain artist. There are elements in the verse where you do kind of get a little bit repetitive in terms of the tone, you know, and then there were parts where you know, started switching it up. So you have the best of both worlds, but we always want to caution you guys sometimes on just only thinking about one tone. Like, I truly feel like, you know, we have to impress in every aspect, you know, and also you want to keep the listener engaged, not being any amount of predictable, whether it be the flow or a you know, a melody. You can tell that you know, rocked with it. I usually would call these records live music, you know, records as well. So there's some consistency in there, man. You said bump the mids, and what did you say? You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Feedback and advice is
open this holy water, hurry up and kill a problem. But these screens done deep, you will never understand, cause you ain't sweet and soft. Look what these screens done niggas switch on their blood, hoes setting it up. Water got thicker now, this shit is different now. Snakes calling water got different.
Wait, okay. We got baby Dally. Oh my gosh, man. Are you for real though? No, stay what was even that, man? All right, let me jump this in the corner. What you mean in the corner, man? Get in there. I was just writing the name down because we went from a video and now we are in. Seriously, bro? I thought I pressed you here. Just let me wait.
Downloading in 1 second. Please sit your ass down and eat this song.
I'm going through all this pain, I'm tired of it, I gotta get it, man. Had a night with no sleep, you already know skis. You already blow skis. Shout to the girls, shout to the guys. You already know we got it out of the mud. This ain't for none. Had a night with no sleep.
Whose grandma is this?
Get out here in the trip. This how I get out here. We don't eat, we don't sleep.
It sounds like a puppet.
We gotta get out of. That we not gotta get out of. We gotta put our all into
with a black and white in his hand.
My heart not throbbing from all the pain that I'm going through. What I'm gonna do? Give up for the struggle. They gave me you. There ain't nothing new.
It's like I thought it was just gonna be in the intro.
But it's true.
I think we got it. Okay.
I think that I'm the only dork here who played in the brain. I gotta ask my freaking doctor what it takes to be strange. I wanted you fucking rappers in a face with a cane while you on a fucking train watching snakes on a plane. I just. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yo.
Where's the gunship?
This feels like one of those records where, you know, it's built upon how far can you go? How long can you last before you go, all right, man, you know, this is ridiculous. And I was conflicted too, right? Because I'm like, there's a small amount of entertainment value in this because you can tell he doesn't care and is just really willing to just sound crazy. And like, again, marketing that in the right way, in the right scene in a movie, or, you know, if you get visuals for this and you actually go all the way to the end, right? Like, I think people would be like, what? You know, like there's some kind of virility in it, but it's not, I don't think it will mean that people will want more of, you know, what you're doing. Like, you got to think of a concept album with some stuff, and like the name may make a little bit more, you know, sense. And baby, you know, Tally. So are we supposed to imagine you as like a big, no, like a baby that raps, you know? Think Who Framed Roger Rabbit and the Baby Net, as well as the one from Bebe's Kids, but more annoying because, you know, we definitely wouldn't catch Stewie doing that. Let me see. Too Caution, dope name. Indeed. Let me see. Yes, sir. There's a lot of time where people freaking want. All right, let's jump back into the line and stuff. Was that the first Dorky? Was that the first Dorky? I'll play that of the day. Let us know, because I forgot that one right there. No, you know what? Yeah, because I think I want to hear something else. I mean, for people who don't know what we are talking about, like, listen, if a record is a little bit too crazy, sometimes it's the mix, sometimes you don't have enough energy, and we also potentially can't hear what you are saying. So it's important to let you know, like, if we were listening to your record on wherever, the radio, if it's, you know, Pandora or something like that, you want to know when people would hit that skip button. You know what I'm saying? When people would want to go to the next song, maybe thumbs down it, you know, or whatever. There was a certain level of entertainment, like I said, for a good amount of time, but I think for sure you can do more. All right, we're gonna jump back into the free line again. Hold up, let me. It's like, all right, ladies and all right, soulmate. K Wells featuring Francis.
You've been my shelter in the rain, the steady hand through joy and pain. With every stumble, you stay near. You're the reason I'm still here. I'm so grateful for the love that we made. The laughter, the battles, the memories we laid. Through every turn, through the highs and the way, I found my forever, my one true soulmate.
So here we are now, a couple of years later. I know life's been up and down constantly, no elevator. But no matter what, we make it through. You've given me my family, my love will never change for you. Just know that when we fight and bicker, we might get upset, but that don't mean that my whole life ain't with ya. I couldn't picture waking up without you next to me. The taste of your lips, the embrace of your ecstasy. That's all that I will ever need. I got a lot of love to give, so take whatever's left of me. And maybe we could share it for a century. Cherish every moment, never let it go or set it free. And it won't be as easy as we hope, but the day I took your hands, that every day we took an oath, And I promise you we'll make it through whatever. No matter the stormiest weather, I'ma be yours forever.
When I got you, you're the reason I know I'll make it through. When the night feels heavy and the road gets long, your voice reminds me where I belong. No fear, no doubt can break what we made. With you around, I'm never afraid. You are the reason I'm still here.
Now I know we've been through some harder times, trials and tribulations that we've been facing, they stay up on the mind. And I know it's like we running blind for the finish line. Never mind the fact we've been to hell and back too many times. And I know that you'll stay by my side through the rain or shine. Even if the weather get the best of me, I'm never gone. Cause I ain't going anywhere, and no, I don't care. Even if you tell me to leave, I'm staying right there. Yeah, I ain't got nowhere to go, nowhere I wanna be. All I know is that I'm gonna love you for eternity. And if you give the best of you, I'll give the best of me. And that's the recipe for happiness, that's what they telling me. Not deep inside, I know who you are. You know exactly who I am, so take my hand and let's reach for the stars. And please don't worry about the past, keep it in the past. I know that I've made my mistakes, but this is made to last.
I'm so grateful for the love that we made. The laughter, the battles, the memories we laid. Through every turn, through the highs and the way, I found my forever, my one true soulmate.
Man, that chorus. Infectious. Get melodies on that. Decent energy. Something also rare that we don't always get is a full verse from both the singer on the chorus and, you know, it being their song, and a like the feature, right? Like essentially you guys getting in, and I think you had 2 verses, right? So it was dope to be able to see, you know, you sort of stay in there. And there are some times where artists 8 bars and then that's it and they bounce out, you know. It's just what the record, you know, required. But I appreciate more time, right? I always believe that, like, if you feel a beat that you are currently rapping to, you know, figure out a way to stay in there longer, because it means you can get more dopeness, more energy. You know what I'm saying? More dopeness, more energy. You know, a lot of different stuff like that, man. Hold up, as we continue down the range, as we proclaim ATL Beats. Let's see what you got with Follow You, Follow Me. Is this indeed? Hold on, let's go here and then
ATL Production.
What up, Jimmy? Follow you. Follow me. Someone's kind of busy. What? I said it's almost kind of busy. What? Yo, it's kind of busy. But I listen to this in the carnival right now, dog. I'm really dizzy. Wait, who the heck is he? What the heck is busy? Bone. I love the time when you back in this shit. And in fact, man, you know what, homie, Dracula's thick. Cause like, it could be making people freaking go rap and freaking not be whack. I don't even know if that's crack, or sometimes you go through the back door and maybe thinking you gon' fall sick to that platform. Like what? What up? Alright, so I won't hit the Dorky, don't play that per se, but wait. So mainly I just think the overall, you know, mix needs work or whatnot. Like the sample, what you have in there with the synths, those are the things that really need to come down. Everything else was, you know, fairly decent. But, you know, it almost is so loud. You know, it's hard to pay attention to yourself and to, you know, care to a certain extent. So make sure it's at the right and proper level. That way, you know, you get the right appreciation within there. Because I feel like there is somebody who can get on that. Shoot, if Mary J. Blige was still popping, not that she ain't, but I'm saying the days of her being which, like, what's up with that? You know what I'm saying? Somebody check on Mary J. Blige, you know, right quick, man. We need to know if we're getting a sequel to some of her best work. I'm about to go listen to some Mary after the show. All was good, man. All right, let me see. I forgot what the that one thing is. I'm putting in a short movie. There's definitely a lane for that. Yeah. I'm saying. He said I wasn't mixed. Good, man. Well, send it back to the show when it is mixed. And, you know, just know not to. Because, like, when you make beats, right? Hold on. So when you make beats, right? When we make beats, there are always different ways that we can come at the, you know, production. And some of you will think about it like an artist, and so you know, you'll have that brain of like, you know what, let me actually get on the record. I always point that out, from like Pharrell, and you know, Neptunes and stuff like that, and Timberland, you know, any other producers that would get on the records and, you know, add certain things, you know, here and there to be present. And then there is the way of just looking at yourself as the producer, as the artist. And so you feel like, you know, I'm not pushing for an artist to hop on it. You know, it's more of like, you know, the producers that'll do like a lot of, you know, beat tapes, which, you know, the lo-fi or different things like that are just good to be able to, you know, listen to, cruise to, chill with, and then you still want to rap to it, but you're not obligated to the aspect of like, oh, I'm trying to sell these beats or whatnot, right? Like in that, you even upload the beats themselves potentially to, you know, Spotify, iTunes, and different things like that, but you still allow people to, you know, rap to it if they want, which again, it's a kind of thing that you guys should try out with certain things. See if it nets you anything, because you can whitelist so people don't get affected by the record, yet, you know, you'll still get the exposure. We got T Stewie.
Put the bands on the roof. I got bands, I got cash, I got. Put the bands on the roof. We got big money, big troops, big car. I don't know if you should be doing my shit, I'm really honest. All we did was swerve coops and bolts in the back of the ride. Yeah, all my watches diamond crusted, can't even tell what time it is. I'm a keyboard piece and tech, calling my hit. What shawty, just feed me up right in the room. Stack like double O rolls, that got me a brand new crib. Yeah, well, shorty be beeping my wood, she flex me a brand new fit. And a brand new fit, my rich little shot, she hopping, scotch. Money on me, I got no problem. The money on me, don't got no boundaries.
Shots with the brain, no count. Pull up in my wrist and tell them mess with nobody, I leave them around.
My goons, so we do shit, come down the pro. We hitting you off like hard. Give me some time, just prove you wouldn't even dare, you wouldn't even go.
Okay, so a lot of things I couldn't hear on this, right? So we do gotta hit that button. What
love feels like, I don't want it. If this is what love feels like.
Anyway, listen. I said, listen. The thing is, it's the monotone, you know-ness of it, right? It, you know, but the thing that kept me in there was kind of like the vibe that was going on, right? It was a little bit of a vibe, but the drums, you know, still were able to hit hard. The synth, you know, or, you know, sound essentially that's there was just, you know, decent. And then, you know, if you weren't doing the low tone for the majority of the record, you know, certain things would be a little bit more impressive. Everybody has to realize that, like, you know, when you make a song, it should be a little bit like a roller coaster. Appreciate you for the sub. It should be a little bit like a roller coaster, right? And you guys know, like on any good roller coaster, it would be boring if it just went in a straight line, or if it only went in circles, you know, or one speed, period, you know what I'm saying, from the start of the you know, ride. No loops, no twists and turns, you know. But this is why over time, because again, y'all know carnival rides, you know, are a little bit like that. The Ferris wheel does one thing until, you know, places like Disney got to it, and then it did this thing where all of a sudden it starts swiveling, you know, to the right and left, and going down a little sort of rolling thing, making you feel like you're gonna fall off, and the suspense, you know, is fun and equally terrifying. But overall, the thing that I'm saying is different is always going to be, you know, better. So if you're in the same sort of low area, I did appreciate when those higher tones came in. That's sort of like what I expected to happen just a lot earlier. But there's potential with that. Let me see what pop map. See what pop map. See what pop map. But yeah, shout out to Chief Stewie on that, man. Like, listen, man, we always looking for the best of what you have. I recommend that when you send to the show, if it is your music, you know, I would recommend always first sending like what you consider your best record, right? What is like, I want to hear what you would send your favorite artist. You know what I'm saying? You get the aux. All of a sudden, I use a situation where, like, if you were, you know, stuck in an elevator, you know, with them, and then you suddenly saw them, and you were like, oh, I make music, you know, too, or whatnot. And if they said, you know, hey, you know, let me hear something or whatnot, right? Whether you just rap off, you know, off top, or, you know, have it written, you're gonna freaking spit. But with the record, I think that's essentially what I want to, you know, see. What beat do you pick in your song? You know, or if you produce yourself, you know what I'm saying? What is the difference of what you produce to yourself versus, you know, other things that you would rap to? And does that make a difference, right? Does that make a difference to how you come up with a song when you don't know the beat that you're finna make something freaking to? Why am I asking these questions when I do it, man? Let me see what is up. Let me see what's up. Let me see. Submitting to break up that tone and stuff like that, man. I understand. And he said, yeah, he should have switched to a stadium type voice thing. Like the higher tone that came in. The higher tone that came in, I feel like worked, you know, and like it kept me in there a little bit longer, but welcome. I like the vibe.
I lost got net, and I ain't never look back. All because life is a promise. Lately been stressing, I deal with depression. I think I'ma need me a trip to Bahamas. Gotta make sure I don't fall in love with the wrong women. The advice that I got from my mama. All of the love that I never gave myself, I get that love to my daughter. Really miss T, we had some great memories, but let's not get too deep. Really miss Key, last time we spoke, you said you were pregnant, I couldn't believe. Really miss Pre, I would tell you how I feel, you think I was trying to peace. These niggas claim my life, they not me. I really come from the motherfucking streets, I really come from the run. Real chest, baby, the fuck niggas thinking it was. Niggas some wannabe thugs, their heart don't beat like that, only y'all for them drugs. Niggas can't lie on my name, I put in work, I ain't lying, bitch, I put in pain. I was down bad on my dick, down bad on my ass, down to the motherfucking hands. Came through the neighborhood swinging, rapping and singing. Big B's what I'm banging, I move right, niggas better stop that woofing. Every nigga around me dangerous. I read the Bible, Galatians, scripture says you reap what you sow. I'm from the hood, get that shit back in bud. Bitch pay me what you owe. I hate a bitch always asking for money and favors. The worst bitch I know, always on go. Free my dog out the stamina, he live our life on parole. Need me a woman that's bright, what do I need in my life? Beyonce knows, I need me a good woman. Only God and Beyonce knows. I lost Garnett, and I ain't never look back. All because life is a promise. Lately been stressing, I deal with depression. I think I'ma need me a trip to Bahamas. Gotta make sure I don't fall in love with the wrong women. The advice that I got from my mama. All of the love that I never gave myself, I get that love to my daughter. Really miss T, we had some great memories, but let's not get too deep. Really miss Key, last time we spoke, you said you were pregnant, I couldn't believe. Really miss Pre, I would tell you how I feel, you think I was trying to peace. These niggas claim my life, they not me. I really come from the motherfucking streets.
Big salute to my friend. I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know how to feel, but somehow I made that all the way to the end. And I feel like in terms of, you know, the way you were rapping, a little bit of a flow we've heard, you know, before, but fairly decent. Beat takes you a little bit somewhere. I feel like it can grow on you, but you can have a better performance, you know, overall, right? Like there was some energy, yet also not, right? Like there's that missing potential, like aggression. I almost want you to do this record as if you were making like a diss song to somebody, you know what I'm saying? If you was like real, you know, pissed off at them and you know, like you know where people can go, you know, with it or whatnot. And that version of everybody literally will always, you know, impress a little bit more. What the freak? What the freak had happened? A little freaking ad just randomly pop up. But that, like you guys gotta know, like energy is everything, right? You know, we never want to feel like if you want to do the I just woke up kind of sound, you gotta do it to chill, you know, kind of beats or whatnot that give you that I'm just gonna sit here spaced out, you know, vibing. And then, you know, if you have something that's more energetic, you know, you dictate where the crowd goes. People don't think about that at all, man. You know what I'm saying? The more energy that you have, the more hype you are, the more willing people potentially to move around and stuff. By the way, unrelated, any of y'all watch the Twisted Metal show? I finally tapped in and enjoyed both seasons thoroughly. I didn't know it was gonna be a comedy. Also, it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun to go in blind. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know how they were going to portray anything or anyone, but also we hadn't really got too many character, you know, stories. Like yes, you know, you play as, you know, the person in the different, you know, vehicles. They do have a little bit of a backstory. Then when they make the wish, you know, you get to see how it you know, backfires and all that. But we never had so much time with them that, you know, the personalities, the situations that you know they're in make us care because you know you kind of grow with them or whatnot. Axel, for example, right? You know, ends up being something crazy. Got to catch up with the second season. Yeah, do that. I highly recommend or whatnot. I kind of got to binge it through both. That kind of made it a little bit more. We got Jimmy Luciano with Journey. This is a journey.
Come take a ride with me. Just take a trip through some of the shit I be thinking about, like some of the shit that be going through my head. Yo. Take you a place only my fans go. Good kids paint pictures in mad cities. Let's see how far this van go. Lend me your ear, let's disappear into a sea of consciousness. Floating past the bullshit and all this drowning in their sponsorships. Niggas riding waves to swim with a school full of thugs, so they find themselves too deep and end up in a pool full of blood. I am Poseidon with no guidance. The science knew I was a star cause I was beat with the belt of Orion. I am nigga endorsal. I am not stuck between reality, corporate fallacies, and what you call the block. Good or not, soul open for interpretation. Condemn the child child for acting out, but don't say shit to the priests who raped him. Damn the streets who raised him, celebrate the country that hates him. He inflicts pain cause he's just returning what they gave him. Nobody came to save him, no Batman, just a black man, no hope for a mansion. So he's robbing the one that Bruce Wayne's in. Riddle me this, we started a whole culture. How could we ever be 3/5? They must be pissed. We took that 3.5 and started force feeding all of their babies nicks just for niggas to get nicked. Cut down in his prime, I hope they shave years off his sentence, but they lined him up. Thought he was Gucci till Louis pulled up in the V and sized him up with designer cuffs. Like, yeah, that shit was crazy. I seen the whole shit happen. Like, the shit happened right in front of me. Like, the man just pulled up like out of nowhere. It was his boys too. It was like his boy was undercover type shit. Like, that shit was dog.
It's like, damn. Just watching.
The prince of peasants, the king of paupers, the deepest author. The opposite of Jesus, I turn Hennessy to water. I do this for my daughters, I do this for my sons in hopes that one day they all receive a college offer. I pray they play keep away with coffins. I pray they play hide and seek from the weak. The streets is red like green light, please proceed with caution. Gotta move without them noticing. You know the code, the shit, the picture clear, but I don't know where my focus is. Zoom in and come closer. You sit at the table, but I left my mark like I ain't never met a coaster. Live La Costa Nostra. Serve cocaine to white people who saw me and they all turned they nose up till a nigga turned they nose up. Pageant princess turned queen fiend, nigga. I pretended like I ain't know her. My payback is wicked. Envy's a disease, speak ill of me. I sit back and watch you get sicker. Nah, I'm not your ordinary nigga. I was Pusha T before he pushed the key. Before pushing me, double check your diocese and make sure your congregation is pussy free. What I perceive is y'all really glorify hype, man. Y'all boasting Drake swag and Diddy indictments. Not that surprising. Nigga told you that he won't stop and you continue to move just like him. I mean, I seen y'all niggas like Bad Boys for Life type shit. Remember that? Yeah, y'all had the Diddy Bob too, right? Yeah, wow.
I like that beat. As witnessed on the record, like a beat like that really allows you to go on there and, you know, tell your story. You know, you would sort of potentially hear a J. Cole, Lupe Fiasco, Kanye, you know, and I'm curious on if you were to do a remix with industry, you know, artists, and again, when I say industry, like, I don't want people to think I'm only talking, you know, straight like mainstream, you know, artists. We're just talking about, you know, the known, you know, who would it be a Cole and or I don't know why the Kendrick, you know, or if you want to do Dead or Alive. Either way, you got in there, did your thing, and you know, storytelling and bars were on point, man. I appreciate hip hop, and curious on if you would decide to do a video to this, right? I feel like just watching you kind of talk about this situation while also seeing it happen, like, we would love the production value in you know, something like that. And you know, it's up to you to really make that happen. We're always looking for the best ways to, you know, go viral, and I often think it's that mixture of, you know, seeing something fun with the videos and, you know, them being coupled with dope songs. You know what I'm saying? Much appreciated, and definitely, you know what I'm saying, visuals for sure. Yeah, I need to see that for sure. And to tell a story, and to have Cole, yep. Yeah, listen, I mean, so Cole will see what you're doing and then adapt to the story or whatnot, you know what I'm saying? All right, he said that, you know, this is what I went through, similar situation and whatnot. Let's use the concept, give you a shout out in the verse and whatnot. Man, listen, do your damn thing. let's jump in to, let me see, all the time, hold on. Is this, or should this be our last one? Yeah, this will be our last one of the night, and then we will again be back tomorrow. I appreciate y'all.
Love's my biggest fear. No, it's yours too. TV in the evening, home with you. I wouldn't trade for another view. One would kill for the love we grew. I know that I love you. From the morning to the night, when I'm breathing all the time. Through the darkness, you're my light. Angels never shine so bright. You're glowing in my heart. I know it. I will never take for granted what I'm feeling. I see you once a week, so those days are my happiest. Try not to brag about you, it's hard to be the classiest. When I first met you, felt this bond, wonder what's happening. I don't know what's happening. 'Cause when you're gone, I get this feeling something will go wrong. And you'll lose feeling, but that's all my fault. Those are just thoughts. No, I can't trust you, I'll work on my flaws. 'Cause I love you. From the morning to the night, when I'm breathing all the time. Through the darkness, you're my light. Angels never shine so bright. You're glowing in my heart. I know it. I will never take for granted what I'm feeling. It feels like we're ocean apart, and still you never drift from my heart. 'Cause I love you. From the morning to the night, when I'm breathing all the time. Through the darkness, you're my light. Angels never shine so bright. You're glowing in my heart. I know it. I will never take for granted what I'm feeling. From the morning to the night, when I'm breathing all the time. Through the darkness, you're my light. Angels never shine so bright. You're glowing in my heart. I know it. I will never take for granted what I'm feeling.
Nice little vibe, nice little vibe. I'm gonna cut straight to the chase, which is pretty much, and you already know, man, you know what I'm saying? If you could do this live with just the guitar as on the record, you know, win performance. And obviously, man, like, this feels like a record that could have elements, you know, somewhere in the record where, you know, maybe a violin or, you know, cello or something like that comes out, and is added to the record. Even a saxophone, which is always sexy. There's a place for it, and I want to see that, man. All right, man, listen, we are going to head out. We will be back tomorrow, probably later on in the evening, so with that, but take care of yourselves, and my birthday tomorrow. Woo!
Paging Dr. Mario. Paging
it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so...
Good night, people.